He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
Barbershop Conversations, man. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. I appreciate your Southside Tone. I appreciate your dog. And we got Keno, JP, JQ. Appreciate you, big homie Coop and Benjamin, Mr. Harrington, man. I appreciate you. Harrington sounds so defined. Hey, I totally appreciate y'all coming through tonight. And yeah, the Canelo card. It was flat. It was flat. It was completely flat, man. It was non-exciting. It was my first time watching Bam Bam Rodriguez fight. I was unimpressed. I thought the scorecards were lopsided. And who was Ammo Williams won, and then I forgot who was the fight after that. That's how memorable the card was. But I just wasn't impressed with the card, man. I had company over, so I ordered the fight and we had a good time. It was more about my friends I was with, and yeah, it was whack. I mean, it was flat. Bam got a gift. Yeah, I'm uncertain if he won the fight, but a split decision either way in that fight made sense to me, you know, especially with I saw the replay and that was a low blow. The second one was definitely low, and they didn't take a point away. But I was confused why he didn't count him as a knockdown on that play. I'm still watching football. On that punch, it should have been a knockdown. Oh, Gabe Rosado. That shit was boring. I didn't even watch that fight. I was watching the USC Fresno State game on my computer, so I wasn't really interested in that. Gabe has given us some memorable, good guy in boxing. Never turned down the fight. Just a genuine good guy. Gave boxing everything and walked off the street and walked into a gym in Philadelphia, no amateur background, and made something of himself. So I'm proud of him. He's gotten everything out of boxing. He's an actor now. He's in Creed. So he's gotten everything out of that. But I wasn't impressed with Bam. Wasn't impressed with him at all. I see what everyone talks about in terms of his movement, in terms of his ability to shift his weight, and in terms of him to stay on balance, but he still has that mindset. He still has that Robert Garcia mindset to fight in close, you know, and not catch and parry. He catches a lot of shots. He should be slipping. He has the agility to slip, but he doesn't slip. I don't even think, do Robert Garcia teach you to slip punches, or do you catch everything in a high guard, you know? But he'll be short-lived. I think he needs to get a different trainer. I think Robert Garcia has taken him as far as he can go. In my opinion, this is because he should be slipping underneath stuff, and because he pivots well and he's balanced a lot, but fighting at close quarters on the inside. Wasn't impressed with that. And the main event, oh my gosh, the main event was a dud, man. Oh, it was womp, 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 womp. It wasn't a sellout. It was a lot of missing seats. The main event purses was 65 million. I'm sure the zone is in the red on that one. It just was flat. It just genuinely was flat. And as I was watching the fight, I couldn't help but remember when I just started to look forward. You know what I mean? I just began to start to look forward as it pertains to what's next for Canelo. Like at the 5th round, I was like, man, Triple G can't do nothing with this guy tonight. He's too old. He can't move. What's up, Silver Salmon? And so I started looking forward. And my thoughts were, I remember when Kell Brook came over to America, and I remember vividly Eddie Hearn in the front row jumping up and down when he was fighting Sean Porter at the StubHub Center. And Al and Eddie had a relationship, right? And also remember Anthony Joshua coming over here. No, sending fighters over there. So Eddie Hearn and Al Haymon has had relationships. And I think, in my greatest opinion, which is a hypothesis, if they work together a handful of times a year, I think that would be great for the boxing fans. I think Eddie has the money and a handful of fighters, and Al Haymon has a lot of bit of fighters and no money and not as much money, you know. So as I was thinking, I was like, what, in addition to the Canelo thing, what package will Canelo get from Al Haymon? The no-brainer would be Jamal Charlo, the first fight. Wow. Jamal Charlo, the first fight. I'm seeing if he scored the touchdown. They're gonna have to score the touchdown and review it. Score the touchdown and then review it. That's the rule, right? What they fighting over? Just that's all. And let's see if he's in. Yeah, he touched the pylon. He's short. Yeah, he's down at the 6-inch line. So they'll keep the ball, they'll review it. But I think it would serve fans if Eddie Hearn dropped his ego, Al Haymon dropped his ego, and gave the fans really the fights that should happen, you know. And there's a lot of fighters, I believe, on PBC that actually needs to fight. Too many to name. It's freaking too many. But I think if they work together, I think it'll be great for the fans. But Canelo, I'm curious to see, because they said he's going to have surgery. And if you look at the roster that the zone has, I don't see who they can put in front of him. I remember Eddie Hearn threw out a name like John Ryder. I'm like, that doesn't sell pay-per-views in America. They stopped him at the goal line. Why they didn't put a running back behind him to push him, to give him some momentum? Damn, that's foolish. Damn, they didn't get in? They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Oh, he might have got in. He might have got in, because you only got to be a millimeter, a centimeter. He might have got in. He might have. I don't know. They'll review it, but I sit back and I'm thinking, uh, um, Charlo, um, and then this year they offered Earl Spence. So imagine they go Charlo in May, Earl Spence in September, and then if he wins, then David Benavidez. You know, Al ain't got to work with Eddie. Canelo got to start. Ain't gonna be no mandatories on Canelo head. Trust me. His, you think they're gonna put? You think they're gonna put a mandatory on him? If it's gonna be a mandatory, it's gonna be on a DAZN mandatory. There ain't gonna be no Al Haymon mandatory. That's for damn sure. You know, I don't think that'll happen, in my honest opinion. Yeah, the Ravens blew that game, man. What the hell's up with the Ravens, dog? They had that game won. And I saw the first half stats. Lamar Jackson had an amazing game. First half, I should say. I didn't see it because it wasn't in my area. But I thought that game was over. Next thing I know, Miami scores 28 points in the fourth quarter. You know. And it's just a bad day, right? It's just a terrible day. The Cowboys won. The Giants came back and won today. Giants 2-0. Can you believe it? Can you really believe the Giants are 2-0, y'all? That is amazing. I don't know how we win, and we got an average quarterback. We average everywhere except at running back. But we winning though. I actually think he got in. I think he got in. Let's look. Let's see. He's in. Yep. Yep. Clear as day. Yep. He's definitely in. Bad coaching, no secondary, no running backs. Yeah. I mean, Lamar Jackson had a hell of a stat line: 100 yards rushing, 300 yards passing. Tyreek Hill about to take y'all to the Super Bowl. Oh man, why did the Chiefs trade him, man? What they trade him for? Nothing. Man, I thought he got in. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought that was a touchdown. That's bad, man. I thought he got in. Anyways, man, it's 8:07 left in the fourth quarter. Well, you guys are watching the game. What the hell I'm telling y'all for? Oh no, maybe a few of y'all driving, listening. It's 24-10. Green Bay Packers are up with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But I don't know what's going to. I'm interested. Will this Canelo, because he's going to have surgery, and DAZN doesn't have a fighter for him. I'm interested to see what happens in the next 30 days. I'm really curious because now Al Haymon got play now. Because on one hand, he has the fighters, but he has to put a package together for Canelo. And that package is going to be ginormous. But after last night in the May card, I think Canelo kind of lost. He kind of lost some luster. He kind of lost he lost some value. This summer was a bad summer for Canelo. His brand lost something because I was watching that fight, but it was flat. It was flat, man. Canelo's having surgery on his hand, they said at the press conference. They said 6 to 12 weeks or something like that. So I don't know what it is, but it's always 6 to 8 weeks when you have some type of surgery, right? You know, so he went the wrong way. I thought he got in. Let's see it one more time. He's in. He's definitely in. Yeah, you did the right thing, Will. You definitely did the right thing. I had company over, so I got the fight. And but it was flat. It was more about my company than anything else, man. That fight was terrible, man. It was whack. It was dry. I like that they had Daniel Jacobs there because he had experience on both fighters, so he was giving them some pointers. I did like that. What y'all think of Sean Porter's outfit? He said Canelo's just bored. Man, you can't be bored when you're making that much money, man, because you gotta give people something, man. And last night he didn't give the fans nothing. You know, he didn't deliver on anything. It was a flat performance, man. Terrible. Mm. Yeah, it was a stinker for sure. They couldn't do. I don't know why they was doing close up on the seats, because even in the lower bowl, it was pathetic. When I say it was pathetic, man, it was terrible up there, man. I'm like, damn, Canelo couldn't sell, but I heard the tickets were overpriced, and Triple G was horrendous, man. Triple G looked like a shot fighter, and I heard he's a free agent now, so he's about to go look for a paycheck, but he's only worth $1 million or $2 million. He should go unify with Jamal. Man, that's hey, you know who's retired and don't know that they're retired? Um, Demetrius Andrade. Where he gonna get a fight from? Where's Andrade gonna get a fight at? I mean, he literally is out the. He should have kept that belt. At least he could have. He could have got a fight. Yeah, I know Triple G's not retiring, but man, if I'm Jamal Charlo, I'm like, I call Al, man. Hey, can we get that fight? How can we get that fight? I'll take a pay cut, man. I need this guy. I need this guy right now because the zone ain't got nothing. The zone ain't paying him no more. The zone, like, au revoir, sayonara. You done stuck us up for like 50, 60 million. Shit, nah. And he got he got stock. Let me pull up the last. Let me pull up what they offered. Boxing scene. TBC offers Canelo Spence, Earl Spence, and David Benavidez. Let's see. Oh yeah, here it is right here. I'll pull it up for you guys. Found it. It came up in the first shot. That's awesome. Hey, let's read this. I'm gonna read this to you guys so you guys can get an understanding of what the hell what we may be looking at over the next 60 days. Can you guys see it? Let me big it up. Let's hear. This is Keith Idek. The first two fights of Canelo's 3-fight reunion with the Zone and Eddie Hearn's matchroom were revealed earlier this year. If the Mexican icon defeats Demetrius Bivol on Saturday night at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Alvarez will move back down from 175 to 160 for his long-awaited third showdown with Gennady Golovkin at the venue to be determined. A third pay-per-view fight against an unknown opponent would conclude the Zone's new agreement with Alvarez. What hasn't been revealed until now is that the exact offer Al Haymon, Premier Boxing Champions, and Showtime that Alvarez turned down to accept the Zone's deal included the option of pay-per-view fights against undefeated welterweight Earl Spence, Tom Brown, whose company TGB represents Spence and Jamal Charlo, informed boxing scene that PBC offered a $45 million guarantee to fight Jamal Charlo on Saturday night. And if he would have conquered Charlo, a $55 million guarantee to fight either Spence at a catch weight of 164 or David Benavidez at the 168-pound limit. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. Yeah, hit the like button. Let me invite you guys in. I apologize. So with that being said, is Canelo still worth $45 million? They offered that man $100 million. Good Lord. Whew. Jeez. 45 for Jamal. That Jamal Charlo fight is in play because if he's having surgery, it'll be 2 years when Jamal Charlo steps back in the ring, and they don't want to risk it. But that's sad that Jamal Charlo has been like this dangling carrot for PBC to lure in Canelo. But now I know he has a third fight with DAZN, but I mean after yesterday's performance, they might be like, hey, we ain't got nothing for you, but you free to go. And that means he has no leverage. And that means Al can offer him, I guess, $30 million. I don't know, guarantee. But God damn, those numbers are staggering. 55 million. True. See, and if y'all watching the game and you want your quarterbacks to run, you see that missile that just knocked out. Man, these running quarterbacks better stay in the pocket and throw that ball. Because damn. True. Look at this collision. That shit rough. I'm on the phone lines as well. Feel free to holler at your boy, Mike. But it's gonna be some moving pieces now, man. Because now you look at the Terrence Crawford situation and you like, hold up. I think I got Canelo where I want him. I think I got Canelo where I want him now. Terrence Crawford? Shit. Hey, Earl, I think I can get you 25 million. You can? Yeah, if you fight Canelo, September, I'll catch weight you versus the guy that Charlo knocked out in the third round. You know, he get knocked out by everybody. The guy from the Latin guy. I'll let you fight him at 157. We'll put you in Cowboy Stadium. You know, we'll put 30,000 in there, and yeah, we'll do it like that. And then in September, you fight Canelo at 164. Damn. Hey, everything is in play now, dog. Everything. Al waited this long. They waited this long, so now they got some bullets for Canelo, as one would say. And by the looks of this contract, I don't know if I'll read it to you guys again, but you guys got to process this shit. I'm just gonna read you this paragraph so you guys can see it. What hasn't, here's it right here. They still got the same pieces and they still intact. What hasn't been revealed until now is the exact offer from Al Haymon's Premier Boxing Champions and Showtime that Alvarez turned down to accept DAZN's deal included the option of a pay-per-view fight against undefeated welterweight Errol Spence Jr., Tom Brown, whose company TGB represents Spence and Jamal Charlo, informed boxing scene that PBC offered Alvarez a $45 million guarantee to fight Jamal Charlo on Saturday night, And if he would have conquered Charlo, a $55 million guarantee to fight either Spence at a catchweight or David Benavidez. He's fighting Spence at the catchweight. I'm just going to say that now. You know, some may look at that and be like, damn, he would sell Spence out like that. It's business, baby. Right? And on the other hand, people be like, damn, we never going to get that Crawford Spence fight, because if Spence is on track to fight Canelo, what the fuck is that Crawford? Why would I have him fight? Why would he fight Terrence Crawford? But it all plays upon what the zone is going to do. What is the zone going to do with Canelo with that third fight? I don't think they have nothing for him. I don't. Now, if he would have beat Bivol and had a positive performance against Triple G, he would have had some momentum, but he's still really good in the market space, but he's not what he was last year. His momentum kind of halted. So I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with him. Y'all guess is as good as mine. I have no idea what they're going to do with him. None. Zero. Zilts. And but the zone said, I don't want that 45 million. I ain't got nobody on my roster where we can do those numbers. What's up? How you feel?
Hey, I'm good. You know, Canelo told him last night, he ain't trying to see B-Ball. Mm-hmm. He said if Zordo wins, he's not fighting B-Ball and he's not fighting any Mexican fighter. Mm-hmm. So he's not fighting Zordo. Mm. What Canelo gonna do, Canelo gonna get him belted up under auspices. He needs to have surgery on his hand. Take 12 to 18 months off, go over to the UK, fight John Ryder, cash out over there in Wembley Stadium, then call it a day. I mean, technically, Canelo looked damn near slower than Triple G after the 8th round.
After the 8th round,
Canelo
right?
was done. Canelo was done after the 8th round. If Triple G had any more steam, a little bit more pop on his punch after the 9th round, he was going Canelo ass. Canelo done. He ain't fighting nobody young over the age of 25. He basically aged out. Canelo been fighting pro since he's 14.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of miles on him. And that Debo, like I'm gonna tell you what it did. Like Earl Spence, when Earl Spence fights fighters after he beats them, they never the same. A la Mikey Garcia, a la Sean Porter, a la Cale Brook, they is never the same. They basically ruined El Campo. A whole bunch of fighters after they done fought Earl Spence have been ruined. And that's what Bivol did to Canelo. He basically beat the will out of him. They gave him Triple G to bring like that, we know you're going to win, but how you going to win? That fight shouldn't have went 12 rounds. I don't care. That's a 40-year-old man in there.
Facts.
Against a 32-year-old man. Ain't no way Triple G should have been standing up when that fight was over. He should have been knocked out. If Triple G was in there with Charlo, Laura, Andre, he'd have got knocked out last night because he looked old and slow. And Canelo looked old and slow as well. That's why he got pissed off when they started asking him about Better Beef, Bivol, and David Benavidez. He's like, fuck you, fuck them, I'm gone. I mean, it wasn't the American, it wasn't American reporters saying it. It was the Spanish reporters asking him, when you going to fight Benavidez? When you going to fight Benavidez? Because all week, David Benavidez Sr. been down there in Las Vegas calling Canelo a pussy.
I love it.
The every reporter that was listening. David was in the building last night There's Canelo's a pussy. Canelo, that's like if somebody called me a bitch. Only so many times you're gonna be able to call me a bitch before I smack the shit out you. And I knew something was up because I was sitting back Friday morning flipping through YouTube. I seen Fight Hype go live in Las Vegas. The weigh-in was scheduled for 3:00. They scheduled that bitch for 9:00 in the morning and basically turned it into a weigh-in. And they did a 3:00 weigh-in at like the UFC does that ceremonial weigh-in.
Right.
So that let me know Canelo had a hard time getting that weight off of him. And if you looked at Canelo at the weigh-in and last night, he didn't look as thick as he normally looks. You know what I'm saying? So they probably washed the pads out of his system. So yeah, that man, you know, he old pad cheat any goddamn. I don't care. He a pad cheat. But that's all I got to say.
No, I appreciate you coming through. Yes.
Hey, and check out, you know, my cousin and his partner own a video game company.
Oh, great.
It's called NFL Pro Era.
NFL Pro Era?
Pro Era. It said what do they call that shit? You put the goggles on your face.
Oh,
head,
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they got Lamar in there.
Oh, really?
Lamar Jackson. Yeah, they got all 32 teams. LeBron James is back at the company. Yeah, they plan on doing big stuff. They got all 32 teams.
That's
but
beautiful.
In my area, you know, Lamar. I went to that sorry ass damn game today. Damn Raven. Man, I got season tickets, Fred. I'm gonna call them bitches up tomorrow and cuss them out. Make me feel like cussing out every time. They ain't got no running back. They ain't got no running back, and they always try to go on at 4th and 1. Sometimes you gotta kick the mother. You gotta go for a field goal or punt the ball. It's just sad. We was ahead, man. We was ahead. We was ahead. I went to go get a beer and some French fries, man. Them motherfuckers came back on me. It's just sad. But that's all I got to say. Oh, and Triple G got 20 days to agree to fight Laura.
Oh, Triple G
at 160. Yeah, he got because you know one of my homeboys, he the Cuban dude that be he plugged in all them Cuban fighters. And he said after that fight was over, he was like, yeah, now Triple G got 20 days to come to an agreement to fight Laura. Now you put that old Triple G in there, because I mean Laura's what, 36, 37? You put Laura in there with that old dude, he gonna beat the shit out of Triple G. He might knock him out.
I don't want to see that.
He might not. Well, guess what? You got to shit to get off the pot. You know what I mean? This is big boy. This is big boy. Look, somebody told me last night in one of these groups, they was like, "Oh, I feel so sorry for Triple G."
No, why? Why?
I said, why? That nigga got $25 million for getting his ass beat, and he ain't even get knocked out. Why you feel sorry for him? That nigga collecting generational wealth money. He got the same. He probably got 35 when he fought Murata. Triple G done cashed out. He cashed it out. He got 2 more belts. He can cash one out to Laura or cash him out to Charlo, because Ronnie Shields was said that him and Charlo are back in camp starting next week. He got a fight in December. He fighting somebody in December.
Oh, he's gonna okay.
But I just don't. I mean, shit. I mean, a loss. It's one thing to lose to Canelo. It's another thing to get knocked out by Laura.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did Ronnie Shields say that in an interview?
Yeah, he said that in the interview.
Good.
Well, I think it was with Christina Pancha or what's that? One of them women, Michelle Joy Phelps. Okay. I don't know. One of them women out there in Las Vegas.
Man, I hope he does, man, because he ain't fought, man, and that's awful that kid ain't fought since last June, man. He need a date. He got to make some, man. These fighters got to make some money, and they got to fight, man. You can't be holding these guys up like that.
I'd have talked enough shit to have him bring Jerry Hurt ass up there so I could whoop on him. Robert time.
You
know what I'm saying?
Hurt should be back pretty soon. He's been out the same time.
Yeah, because you know, his father died of COVID.
Yeah.
And then his brother was training him. He came back and got his ass beat. What was he fighting at? I think he fought at 160.
He fought Arias.
Somebody beat him.
Arias
beat his ass.
Yep.
I mean, we knew Hurt was a weight bully though.
Now you think Hurt was a weight bully? I mean,
yeah, his ass is a weight bully.
How can you be a weight bully if you make the weight?
That's true. You ain't a weight bully if you make the weight. You ain't. I mean, I put it this way. I would never see him fight for that IBF strap because you could only gain 10 pounds.
He had the IBF, didn't he?
No.
Okay, he didn't. Okay.
Hell no. That man, he too damn big. He too damn big. I mean, shit. Nah, but yeah, another thing, Kenny Bayless full of shit. He sat right there and seen that low blow. He just didn't want to deduct the point. He was looking right at it, didn't.
I saw the reel. I'm like, what are you? How can you miss that? Hey, that goes to show you, man. Boxing is fixed, man. Boxing
and then he's gonna and then they asked him doing was that a low blow? He said, no, it was a punch. If it was a punch that put him down, why did you count?
Why you didn't count?
See, like I tell people, these judges and the referees are appointed by the Nevada Athletic Commission or whatever organization they are. So they use their name. But the judges are picked by the promoter and the fighters. So if you a judge on the zone card and you favor the zone fighters like Bam, and you go you make sure Bam wins, guess what? Every time they pick you to do a card, that's like going on a mini vacation. You fly in Thursday, you stay Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fly home Monday. And that's not even talking about the big fights. The big fights, they bring you out there. I mean, they bring you out there maybe Monday, Tuesday. You stay in a bungalow, get comp meals, the whole 9 yards. That's why nobody ever going against Canelo. The reason they didn't call the Canelo Triple G fight a unanimous decision last night, because they're going to rehash Triple G for 1 or 2 more fights at 160 pounds. That's all. That's all they're trying to do. I mean, boxing's a dirty game. But look, let me get out here, man.
No, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you, man.
All right.
All right. All love, man. Yeah, he like, let me get off here, man. But yeah, man. I'm looking at that and I'm like, dude, is it a knockdown? Like, what's going on? You got to make a call. It's like a referee in the NBA. Is it a block or is it a charge? Can you please let me know what the hell is going on? I'm like, he got hit. It got to be a call. So I'm sitting there confused. So I don't know, man. That was real skeptical last night. I ain't lying. I'm sitting there like, dude, they need this guy to win. And they really want him to be a star. We saw it. It was that shot was as clear as that was a perfectly placed low blow. If there is such a thing. Perfectly placed. And you got to take a point. But Kenny Bayless thought the fight was real close. Man, if I take a point away, it's fucking gonna ruin the. Yeah, man. So I'm interested to see what's gonna happen, man. These next 30 days in boxing is gonna be real interesting because we got Triple G has a mandatory. Canelo, don't worry about his mandatories. They don't mean shit. They not ain't nobody gonna get no mandatory on him, man. Don't worry about that. Canelo gonna do what he wants, and they're gonna make this money. And right now, Canelo is the cash pot. But I'm sitting here, and that confirmed that these judges and these referees are slanted. I'm going to say not all of them. There are judges and referees, that sounds more appropriate, that are slanted. That was a homer call last night. I can't take another point away. Yes, you can, Kenny Bayless. Yes, you can. But we all know that going in. There's no overseer in boxing. So with that being said, what can't be done? What's the name on that check that's paying you? Oh shit. He's the home fighter. You already know. And as Deontay Wilder say, what's understood don't have to be explained. They know who's paying them, and they know that the promoter wants his home fighter to win. And another thing, I talked about this. Struck out Klay Thompson's brother. Y'all fighters, fuck PBC and Top Rank and Matchroom. Fuck that division. That Canelo scorecard last night, 115, 113 on 2 scorecards. Get the fuck out of here. I thought he won 9 rounds, 8 rounds, like somewhere in there. If that would have been a majority draw, oh my gosh. And I know some people were rooting for that, but you got to see the big picture in that. If these judges can get away with what they did last night, it ruins the sport. Those scorecards were way too close. Way too close. And it was very obvious, man. Everyone watched that like it was 8 rounds to 4. 116, 112 is cool with me, but 115, 113, never that close. Never. Not even close. Triple G didn't even throw his right hand for 6 rounds. Maybe 7. And if these fighters continue to allow that shit, it ruins your pay. It can literally, a judge that don't like you can literally derail your career. You know what I mean? It's I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's awful, man. I don't remember the Bivol Canelo card. I just know Bivol won that fight going away. It wasn't even, I mean, when I say that shit wasn't close, that shit wasn't close at all. Not even. Hey, what's up, Russ? I sit back and I wonder why these fighters allow this shit, man. And I know we like it when we're not rooting for the fighter, but deep down inside, you don't want the fighter that you're rooting against to be cheated. You really want your fighter to win the real way. And I thought last night was a great example of y'all better be careful. Y'all better be careful because they not playing. If they do Floyd and Canelo like that, y'all ain't got no chance. They called Devin boring, but Canelo just did the same thing. That was flat as hell last night. That was flat. And we a month away from October 15th, one of the biggest days in boxing. We got Wilder. I'm gonna have some friends come over. We got Wilder, Carissa, and shout out to Carissa Shields, man. I'm really enjoying the woman version of Carissa Shields. I'm really enjoying her, man. She's not challenging men no more. She loves her man. I think they're engaged now, and I'm telling you, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. When a man can and inspire the feminine energy out of a woman, oh, that's a beautiful thing, man. Y'all go follow her on Instagram. She's so soft now. She's not aggressive. She's not angry. She's confident. I ain't gonna lie. Like because I hate when a woman acts masculine and saying she could beat up men. You can't beat up no man. Like that's a fighter in your weight class. It ain't happening, and I like it. I like this version of Carissa. She did a rap song about 2 months ago claiming she's going to be somebody's wife. I thought that was beautiful. She ain't want to be no side chick. She don't, that, man, I was like, go Carissa, go Carissa, go Carissa, go. Because I was at Carissa Shields' first fight, and very aggressive, very abrasive, and she's learning how to. I like her, man. I like her. I don't know if she'll come on this show. I don't know if she likes me enough to come on this show. I don't, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. We've had our words in the DM, and all I want is her to win. I want her to be successful in life because she's a huge inspiration to these beautiful girls all across the world. And she's never failed at anything. Oh, no way. Good. She's never failed at anything. Can you believe that? She's never failed. And I applaud that. And I want her to continue to be successful. What I will say is Alicia Baumgartner and Carissa Shields needs a statewide marketing campaign. I'll tell you that much. I don't know why they're not banding together. You got Crunk Jim, you got two-time Olympian. Man, y'all better put a marketing campaign. That should be on your local TV network. You should be doing a Boys and Girls Club tour. You should be doing the women's clubs. And I'm just saying. And they can do that themselves. Keep it a buck. So, so that's where I'm at with it. But I'm really, I like watching Carissa now. No, I didn't bet. No, I didn't. I don't bet baseball, man. No, I don't bet baseball. That shit 1.5 each way. Team got to win by 2 runs. Nah, I ain't betting no baseball. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool on that. But yeah, Peterson almost got his old team, right? I'm just ready for the playoffs, man. October 11th, right? Or 8th. I'm just waiting for the playoffs, man. I'm waiting on the Yankees and Aaron Judge to hit his 60-second home run. Yeah. Oh, she's never in Detroit. How far is Flint from Detroit? She's in Flint, right? Let's see. How far is? Oh, they got it already. It's only 70 miles. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's a drive. Man, that's 70 miles, man. Man, they need to be hooking up once a week on a Sunday doing podcasts together, talking shit, and they got to do it in person. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try and set that up because I want them to be successful, and I want October 15th to be a special day. I know I can get Alicia Baumgardner because I'm real cool with Tony Harrison. I'm going to tag Alicia Baumgardner and I'm going to tag Carissa Shields on Instagram. They'll respond that way. But we got to get this ball going. Y'all need to start doing some promotion together. So like, and I don't want them to think that I need them. I don't need them. Like, no, my personality can push this show, but I want to help. I want to help them because they're coming on early in the day. And guess what? We got to decide. Guess what? Tavion, Russell, Chief, Chef, Pasquale. I don't care if you're Mexican, black. Guess what you got to decide? I'm going to tell you right now what you got to decide because I got to make the same decision. I'm going to have 100 people at my house. I got to make a decision. Here's a decision I have to make. I'm going to have 50 people at my house that day, all day, cooking steaks and chicken and having a good time, playing some Frank Beverly and Mays. You know, we're going to do some line dancing with Beyonce's remix and all that shit. But I'm going to tell you what, we got to make a decision. Let me show y'all. And they're going to say, I don't want to see no fucking girls fight. Here it is right here. I'm going to show y'all. Because I want to help them. Alabama, here's what we got to decide. See, y'all think I'm playing with this shit. Look, here's what I got to decide at my house in the afternoon. Can y'all see this shit? Here's what's going on at the Hawthorne Estate. Alabama got to play Tennessee. Penn State playing Michigan. Clemson playing Florida State. Kansas, they 2-0, baby. Shout out to the Berry Hill family. They 2-0. And guess what? USC is playing Utah. And you got Arkansas playing BYU. So these are the decisions that has to be made on my TVs. Are we going to watch it on an app on my iPhone? Hey, Fred, we got to watch Michigan, Penn State. No, but Carissa's fighting. No, we got to watch Michigan and Penn State. I have an 85-inch TV and I have a projector screen in my backyard. And if Alabama's going to play Tennessee at 12 o'clock. We already know that, right? Because the SEC is on 12:30 on CBS, Pacific Standard Time. Michigan, Penn State might be the 9 a.m. game. I don't know. USC is going to be the late game. So USC is going to be the bridge to Devin Haney and Deontay Wilder. That's going to be the bridge. USC versus Utah. At Utah, so that means that game is coming on at 4 o'clock here, Pacific Standard Time. I got to convince 40 men. To watch a women's boxing match. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why it's important that they don't sit on their ass because they're in the biggest fights of their career and it has value. You know, they need to start hashtagging Wilder and Devin Haney, and they all need to start marketing October 15th as the biggest day in boxing in the past 20 years, which it is. Let's call a spade a spade. You got 3 unification bouts and 2 undisputed bouts and the former heavyweight champion. That's a big day in boxing. Y'all might say, oh, they not fighting the opponents we want. But it's like when you get three great college basketball or football games in 3 different time slots like we may have on October 15th. Don't that make you feel good? So that's what I'm happening. So we already know Tennessee and Alabama Ain't nobody changing for women's boxing in Alabama and down south in SEC country. I already know, man. I already know. I respect that. But these people up north, where I'm at, we got some action. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think, and I know how to frame my questions to make them go viral. I'm an expert at that. I'm an expert at framing questions and making it go viral and making it have value. So I'm gonna reach out to them, and if you guys can, I'm gonna post it today, tomorrow, and we really gotta. I'm just saying they don't understand it because Michigan got the biggest game of the year to date. They playing Penn State. That's a big game for her state. So I just want to be an asset. Hopefully Carissa's don't still have that mindset. I don't need you. No, I just want to help, Carissa. You can say one thing in my interview that could change the whole promotion of your fight. And that's all. So I will. I'm not going to reach out to them. I'm going to tag them both. And I would love for both of them to come on and we do an interview together and to get this ball rolling. And I really want those young ladies to do well, man. I really do. And I hope it happens. I hope it happens. So if y'all can repost on my Instagram stories, I'll do it tomorrow. If you see it on my Instagram stories, repost it and tag them too in your stories. And let's get about 5 to 10 reposts and stuff like that. And let's see if we can get them on. Because they up against some giants. Michigan got their biggest game to date against Penn State. Alabama's playing Tennessee. So that means, thank you, Russ. So that means you're not getting no love down south. Ain't nobody from Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, maybe Florida gonna watch them in numbers. They watching Alabama. It's nothing you can do. It's engraved. But if you can get 10,000 people from those states to click on the Zone or ESPN, whatever, ESPN Plus, I think we've done our job. So, I'm pulling for them. I'm pulling for Carissa and them, and Alicia Bumgardner. I really hope it work out for them. Keep it a buck. Man, the Dodgers better win this game. I want a Dodgers-Yankees World Series because I want to go to a World Series game. But I tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to wear a Yankee hat. I'm not going to wear a Yankee jersey after what they did to that Giants fan. They put that motherfucker in a coma, dog. Unfucking believable. A few years back. What's up, L? What's up, man?
How you feeling, brother?
You just woke up?
No, I was just laying down listening, man. You made a good point about about they city coming behind them, man. That's gonna be the biggest promotional and marketing tool that they can use, because really it's like in anything that deals with entertainment, man. In order to be an attraction, your city got to be behind you first and foremost, man. That's just business,
right?
You know, and her city not behind her like they should be, man. She need all hands in on this.
It's a big fight.
I know you've been mentioning this. Every time I hear you mention Clarissa Shields, you always mention that they need to have everybody in the city behind them. You know, and it just, for one, women's boxing it's hard to sell anyways.
Very
you know,
hard.
I personally I admire the women that devote themselves to the sport and, you know, train like us men to do it. But really, I don't have a stomach for it because it's just not something that is appealing to me, you know, seeing two women like it's great to see him, work out and training and stay in shape, but to actually go in there with like malicious intent to harm each other, that's not something that I really would like. I never like watching women fight, or even when I was in the amateurs looking at the little girls fight. I never looked at it. I never watched it, me personally. I never watched women fight because I would just leave. I'm like, I can't see it because it's just not appealing. So yeah, man, they gonna need their whole, the whole city behind them, man. And like that was a hell of a hell of a college football lineup that they up against. So, man, I ain't seen no lineup like that in a minute, man. For one weekend, God,
Yeah.
it was like 10 top 25 match. It seemed like everybody in the top 25 was in there against each other. At least 15, 16 teams in the top 20 was matched up against each other almost every game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it looks like it's in all 3 different time slots too.
Yeah, so and then you got Deontay Wilder fighting that day, and Devin. That is a big day, man. Boxing. We got some things to look forward to this year, closing out, man, in a short period of time, man. We got some bangers, man. So, it's definitely some exciting to look forward to, man. It's a big day in boxing, like you said, man. I do agree with that. It's a huge day in boxing.
It can be for sure.
And hopefully that Spence fight get made. And I know you was talking about a lead up, but shit, we got some lead ups though. They not specifically all on PBC, or not PBC not hosting them, but they'd be good to lead us right up into that bang, man, because it's some boxing going on, man. And I heard you talk about that Canelo score, man. That was disgusting, man. That was you might give him Triple G 2 rounds being nice, man, but Canelo slaughtered that dude, man. I think he personally didn't stop him because he just probably gained enough respect for him just to see him go out in a honorable way, and not on a shield, but big ups to Triple G, but yeah, he needs to let it go, man. He's 40 years old, man, and he made 20 mil, man. He probably gonna clear, I don't know, close to 30 after the pay-per-view, man. I don't know, but shit.
See, I don't think you're making 30, man. Nobody watched that shit.
He got 20 though off the purse. He got 20. Man, Canelo got 40.
Man, boxing is in a drought, man. Them numbers sound inflated as fuck.
They gonna lie, but you can't lie.
I say this though. Think about this, L. If Fury and Wilder did 3 fights, right? Yeah. Everybody buzzed for them shits because Fury sold the shit and Wilder was the knockout guy.
For sure.
You didn't have a buzz in the world about that fight. If they paid them motherfuckers $20 million, they might be going out of business next week.
It may have been inflated, but I don't think the gate paid them that much. I don't think they got nothing near that for the gate, but the pay-per-view may have done well in other countries because I think we only get
Mexico, maybe.
I think we only get the American numbers, right, Fred?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, just American.
Yeah, so you got to, man, in Mexico, Canelo can sell 1 million right there, easy, hands down.
Yeah, but L, you're not converting that American dollar to pesos, bro. I just came back from Mexico in March. Man, 500 USD get you about 7,000 in pesos.
Yeah,
man,
that's
you
true.
can fucking live like a king for a week.
But you gotta understand though that pay-per-view out there is not gonna be 80 pesos. It's gonna be 80 American dollars converted to pesos. So it might be what 800 pesos or whatever. Like they gonna
it'd be some
it's
shit
gonna
like
still
it's like 20
it's still gonna equate to American $80. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's still like 20-1. I just say this, but you know this, L. You've been around Hispanic people. If you've been around Hispanic people, they gonna put their money together and go get the shit.
For
So that's
sure.
That's one pay-per-view. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Pablo and them drinking 1,000 Coronas, watching the fight.
Facts. That's a fact. But
I mean,
you're gonna have 100,000 homes that do that though.
Hey, L, I run into them all the time. I deliver all the time. So the Mexicans, man, they rock together, dog. They ain't nobody gonna be sitting in no house watching one fight by itself.
Oh,
Hector
hell
coming
no.
over, Pablo coming over,
It's a
Jesus
party.
coming over, and they wives, the whole nine, kids running all over the place.
Yeah, they gather like that every weekend anyway. That's just tradition for them. You know, having the Canelo fight on is a bonus.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
I'm just saying, I didn't even watch the fight. I had less interest in it because of that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have the interest in it. I mean, if you really sit and think about it, damn, did they even have a knockdown between those three fights?
never. None of them dudes ever been down in their career.
It's no real drama in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Wilder and Fury brung boxing back, and then boxing killed itself by not giving us the shit they should have gave us.
Yeah,
boxing did what they boxing in real time. It's turning us that's 30-something, 40-something into who our uncles are, where they like fuck it, we ain't watching it no more. You know, your uncle be like, if you tell your uncle who fighting, he be like, who? I don't even know who that is.
Right.
They basically that's who they turning us into.
Foul ball.
You know, your uncle be like, yeah, because like when you used to come up when you was coming up, you go watch the fight at your uncle's house or your family house, whoever house you watch it at. Y'all watch the fight and you be like, damn, man, some good fights coming up. Uncle got it on. He playing for everything. You don't give a damn. Now you like, you can't find a fight that you would buy.
Right. Yeah, no, that's true, man. It just now it's like everybody got a get rich quick scheme, you know, and you know these big time promoters and everybody involved in boxing. It's the same concept, man. You know, it's like a meal, man. Let's just you know what I mean. Let's turn them over, get them out, push them in, push them out, you know, and get our money. You know what I mean? It ain't about quality or it ain't about viewer satisfaction no more, you know. And that's the sad part about it.
Yeah, it's like they just pushing a bad product out and telling you, hey, you gonna buy this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, these are the watermelons we got. You know, you went with your family back in the day. You had your uncle that picked the watermelon and shit. He know how to pick it. You ain't gonna be able to sell him no bullshit. Unc ain't buying it. So that's just
went around too long,
dog. You can't sell me no Ruiz versus Ortiz as a pay-per-view and be like, yeah, this is comparable to Wilder Fury 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Nah, bro. It ain't. It don't got the juice. Neither one of them speak the language. I mean, I can understand some Spanish, but it doesn't give me a reason to watch. It doesn't give me a vibe to watch.
Yeah.
Just like Canelo and Golovkin, they really don't give a hardcore quote unquote black fan a reason to buy it.
Right. And a lot of it too is because see, we don't have the product. A lot of it has to do with we don't have the product that we want to see because these guys don't embody the entertainment aspect. Like they don't embody that because they just told hey, just go train. Like they not even giving like
they not
lessons
giving clips
on
of their life all the time.
Yeah, like we not even able to get to know the fighter. See, like back in the day, guys was personable, you know. They had less education, but they knew how to appeal to a crowd, like just the common man. They knew how to appeal to him. Now they like these guys don't have no like charisma to them, you know, and it's purposely so. Like they want you to be so dumb and just sign the contract. They don't want you to have no kind of flair, and when they do need it from you, you're not there to give it because you just haven't developed that, you know, and they haven't given you free range to develop it. Mayweather was the last entertainer we had, like, and that's because he took a chance on the show. Like, yeah, people might say he hurt the game in some aspects, but damn, he was the last entertainer we had that was a true fighter too, though. So he gave it to us outside the ring and inside the ring. That's why he was able to sell like that. Canelo is selling just because he's loved by his fan base and his people, and that just he got like the brother mentioned the other day. He got those dates, those big dates, and he got a whole country behind him. You know, but you know, Canelo, he's getting better at being more personable though. But
I think it's too late for that for him though. He's on the downside of it now.
Well, it don't really matter, but I think he got to the point to where I'm a grown man now. I'm established in the game. I can leave and retire whenever I want. And I'm just tired of people putting salt on my name. So now I'm gonna learn the language and I'm gonna start cussing you niggas out and start talking shit. And y'all gonna start seeing a little bit of me behind the scenes me, because he a grown man now. Like you can see that when he in interviews, you can see that when he walk into the ring, you can just see it in his whole style. Like he's a man now.
Yeah, he's just about his business.
That shit right there. So now he ain't worried about if I do the wrong thing, if I say the wrong thing, I ain't gonna. Man, that dude is established and he living his best life, and he gonna be who he is. Like it don't matter now, like you said, it don't really matter because he gonna sell regardless. But for the newer guys, man, we just don't have nothing to keep us in tune. Like it's a shit show now. Like everything is it's
so much propaganda about fake stuff. That's what it is, bro.
People selling that though. People selling that. They using this as sales tools.
Yeah, like we got the little fake announcement the other day. I ain't even call in on it because I knew y'all was gonna talk about it. I listened to it the next morning. I'm like, they ain't even do no official announcement. This is some tweet shit. Neither one of the fighters confirmed it. No exec confirmed it or nothing. I'm like, man, this shit ain't happening, man. I don't believe this shit. It's September 20th right now, the 18th or 19th, whatever it is, and you telling me they gonna fight in 8 weeks? Like,
Exactly.
It just don't make sense, bro. Like, I'm not about to be commenting on that shit, dog. Jumping off the bridge, booking rooms and shit, and then you don't know if they gonna fight or not. And it's goofy, bro. It's like
it is.
You could lay everything out for boxing and they still won't do it. Like, bro,
damn, you're right.
This is what I was thinking, y'all. Y'all remember these games when y'all was coming up? Texas versus Nebraska, right? Don't y'all remember them games?
Oh yeah.
Why the fuck is that not like a lead-in for that fight? That's like not even a question for them. You know what I'm saying? If they play this year, that would have been a lead-in for that fight, no matter what. Texas versus Nebraska, they show up, they at the game. Like this shit is like retarded, bro. Because if you think about it, you're gonna get 100,000 fans at them games, and you're gonna get millions of people watching those games. Because Texas is like football country. Nebraska ain't what it used to be, but still, bro. Like boxing it gives you nothing and it asks you for everything. I just can't give it that much energy no more, man. I'm like, whatever.
I've grown like I always tell people, I will always love the art, the true art form and everything involved with the art. But the business side of boxing has kind of like turned me almost completely off, because it's just, man, it's hard to deal with it now, because you got guys that want to protect their own. You got these promoters playing catch me if you can, keep away, and now they passing them ideals over onto the fighter, and now the fighters are becoming prima donnas, and they don't even understand the concept of what Floyd. Like, people think, oh, we gonna just do it like Floyd. Man, Floyd was eons ahead of y'all, because y'all not, at least that man fought the best of the best. He fought the cream of the crop.
By the time he was like 23, 24, he had already fought Corrales. These dudes ain't even had a fight like that. And
that's what I'm saying. So they trying to follow the mold that he imprinted, but they not even doing that. Like, they doing it on the outside, and it's like you said, it's real goofy, but they not doing what he did inside the ring. Like that's why I say a lot of these cats now, man, are just they're just gifted and talented athletes, man. They not really fighters like that, because a lot of them,
that technician
they don't understand the science of the game. Like, I watch dudes all the time, man, and they make elementary mistakes like continually. They are just gifted enough to get away with it, and they're not dealing with a corner who's smart enough to be able to
see it.
identify that and train his fighter in such a way to capitalize. And even if he did, the game is so fucked up now is all I got to do as a promoter and tell you, hey, look, man, just make sure God don't hurt my guy, man. We're gonna pay you this on paper. Come get this after the fight. Like that type of shit go on. Like people think, oh no, man, I don't believe in this after the fight. I don't believe it. I don't believe in like business ethics. Like, nah, man, this shit is all corrupted. It's all tainted, and it's just not pure no more, man. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, L, how could it be pure, bro? When quote unquote the top fighter they changed the drug testing protocol, and then they tell everybody that he can't fail the test now. Basically, everybody that watch boxing know that really watch it. But the people that don't really watch it don't know shit. They just think he just getting in the ring, he good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know that they changed the testing protocol after a motherfucker failed the test for a fight that they were supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? That they rescheduled. Like, bro, like you just can't make the stuff up because these dudes could actually die in the ring. But then people will want you to buy a fight to watch a motherfucker that cheat against a motherfucker that ain't never been caught cheating or nothing. He's never been dirty before. Never, nothing like that for Golovkin. But I'm supposed to watch him beat on this dude, and for quote unquote my entertainment. And then if I look back and then I'd be like, if something happened to him in real life and he dies, I'm supposed to then feel sorry after watching some shit like that. That's like a mind trick on me.
Yeah, yeah. They basically governing like murder. You know what I mean? They saying that we're governing a permittance of murder right before your eyes.
But Barry Bonds can't get in the Hall of Fame though.
Yeah, it's selective for sure.
But this dude can beat on another dude.
Yeah, it's selective for sure.
This shit crazy, dog. But boxing is one of the wildest shit I ever seen in my life, man. I ain't never seen no.
It is, man. It's always been that way. Now they got it to where, like, and you mentioned it earlier, Fred. You know, like cats need to, do something about these scorecard. Like judges being able to just do that, man. Like they can, like you said, man, they can possibly, and quite honestly, and quite frankly, they could take an oath from your paycheck, man. Like significantly affect your career earnings and your career trajectory. Like, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They invisible, and they invisible. These judges are literally invisible.
Yeah,
you might get a photo of them, but now you notice what, Fred? I don't remember seeing a photo of these judges anymore. Y'all remember that? We used to see that all the time.
Oh yeah.
You don't see
they used to do it right before the fight
on HBO.
HBO, yeah.
Judge, and I don't know when, bro. Now that I think about it, I haven't.
They just show the name now. If
they
that,
just show the name, bro.
And how many fights they didn't? How many fights they didn't judge? They show their record down at the bottom. How many championship fights?
Nope.
What was their notable fight? But they don't show no picture. You're right. That's a great point.
No, they don't show no picture no more, boy. They rob your ass in plain sight and then walk out.
Yep.
You don't know what happened. They done got paid and everything because the judges got paid. I remember Fred had somebody on talking about, I think it might have been Leon Muhammad talking about how the judges and the referee was with Don or some shit the night before fights or some shit. I'm like, damn, they was all with the promoter the night before the fight? Like, so the night before the fight, they with the promoter. So how is that not gonna mess with their mind on who they should basically turn their scorecards in for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if that was happening with Don, that's got to be happening with the other ones. It just makes too much sense. I'm not about to just look at this thing and say, "Oh, this ain't happening over here when it's happening over here." Nah, bro, just don't make sense.
No, I agree. I definitely agree, brother. They Yeah, they twisting the game all up, man, and churning out just trash, man, pure trash now, and that's why a lot of that's why the game hasn't been uh captivating a turnover in audience, man, because it's nothing there, you know. Yeah, guys like us, we love it because we actually love it, like just raw from, it's uncut form, and we still gonna give it a chance. Like we still want to see it, but if you trying to like get a new audience, man, it's like they say the casual man. It's like how can you you know how can you keep this appealing to those people, even to us, man? Because they losing hardcore fans too, man. It's just sickening, man. Boxing
Yeah,
is
yeah, they lose the hardcore fans, bro, because of shit like they did last week. Like, if you're gonna do some shit like that last week, right? Whether it was real or fake, if you are not having this fight, you come out and said it hasn't been agreed to yet. As a media relations, you would say that we're working on it. So that would get the fans automatically hope in their mind. Okay, we working on it. So I ain't got time to be putting my money out there because they ain't booked this shit up, right?
right,
But by being silent, you kind of agree with the fake news to me.
right. And I
And
don't know what I don't know what I don't know if this some kind of like aha moment for like uh I don't know, some kind of stunt PBC is trying to pull, of when they gonna actually officially announce it. I don't know if it's to show like Eddie Hearn or you know Oscar or all these other different promoters or Bob Arum. I don't know if they trying to like show up the competition of when they gonna announce it, or to show them like that. Hey, look, we the real players of the game. We can do what we want. We don't have to follow no blueprint, or we don't have to have no respect. I don't know what they doing, man, but it's kind of like it don't respect the fan and the consumer,
right,
because we are in expectation of it as the fan, as the consumer, as the golden piece of this whole puzzle, you know. But even still, like they know that we got this in the bag, man. We can announce this the week before the fight, and we gonna still do like this. How they feeling? Evidently, I don't know what it is, man. But it's just like the fake news and
that's a
you know
level of arrogance, man. That's a level of pompous arrogance. But it's
and
kind of like
disrespect.
it's kind of like you riding through the drive-through, like, yo, give me the chicken sandwich. You pull up to the menu, the window, the motherfucker like, no, you gonna take this double cheese, and you still gonna pay for this motherfucker full price. You gonna pay what you was gonna pay for the chicken sandwich. The chicken sandwich was on discount, but you gonna pay for this double cheese and this fry and this shake, and this what we gonna give you. Like, hold on, bro, I didn't order that.
Right.
So you just gonna give me, uh, you gonna give me whoever you want to give me versus somebody Rodriguez, and then tell me, well, since this dude didn't agree to terms, we're gonna give you him versus Rodriguez, and it's still gonna be pay-per-view. Huh? It's still gonna be pay. Okay. You can put it on pay-per-view all you want, but you better know this technology of the day about to fuck your pockets up, bro. So this ain't about to happen. Like, I don't see how they don't get that the American economy is what it is right now, and then you just gonna shovel shit to people and expect them to buy it.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna be quick, right quick. How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I was listening to a thing about with 50 Cent, and he was talking about Floyd and stuff like that, and he made a perfect point. I know this off topic, but he was like, Ali was standing something what the audience wanted, right? And like the reason why a lot of people hate Floyd because he created like a little character to make people hate him. And he created this character, all this the money, 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 money. He saw that the numbers was going up. Y'all, you ain't see that interview what 50 Cent did?
We don't
He
need to
said
see the interview. We know what
he
it's about.
said
Go ahead, finish your statement.
he been friends with Floyd since 2002, and he said he saw Floyd from when he was a younger guy. He wasn't selling nothing. He was a quiet guy, almost similar to Spence and Crawford, because both of them are laid back. They do stuff behind the scenes, So, but I just wanted to say that that that's true. The numbers start to go up when he created that image. Like oh, F everybody, F da 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 da. Then you seen his lifestyle start to change too, like with the women and all that, and but basically he had to do all that to get the money. I just don't see no way that a Black American can sell without having that image. It's just impossible. Like I never seen one all time like that was just really quiet, just going through the motions. Look at Canelo. Canelo don't have to say nothing, and he still sell. What's his name? Lomachenko and all them guys. Oscar didn't have to say nothing. So I think it's really tough. Plus they're gonna have to have the fighting skills that Floyd had, and I don't really see too many. But Stephen's score, you know, but they just might be good in the lower weight class. How they gonna do 4 or 5? This is rare. Do you see? It's only been how many people over 5 divisions? 5 people: Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Floyd, and Oscar, right? And then it was somebody else, and Pacquiao. That's been 5 division world champ, and and it took him 10 years to get the Oscar De La Hoya fight, and it was like the guarantee was 10 million. He ended up getting 25 million because he sold the fight. Al Haymon created the 24/7. I heard that he created that, Al Haymon, and he created the little 24/7, and he talked a lot of trash, and he saw that the number was going up, so he just kept it. But I wish that he didn't have to do that. I wish that he would have just did it the quiet way, but there ain't no money in that. Just like, what's that guy named Kobe Covington? He fighting in the UFC, and I heard him on a video. He's like, why don't people do it the quiet way? He said, "It's no money in that. It's no money in that." So he had to create an image that he liked it. I don't know what his political views is. He had to create an image that he liked it, Trump, MAGA, and all that, so he could get money, and it worked. It worked for him, even though he got beat by the what's the African guy that got knocked
knocked him out.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Prayers for Usman, man. I love that guy, man. I hope he get back right, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's so difficult for African American, and all you see on Twitter now is that they're always talking real bad about black fighters, like, oh, Javante, Tank, Earl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just sad.
Well, Troy, we love the fighters, but a person like Tank Davis really don't got a leg to stand on, bro. You can't dance around the whole division and claim that you this pay-per-view king making all this money and you still ain't had a defining fight. Like, I can't defend him, bro. Like,
I understand that.
If you're gonna be on pay-per-view, bro, that means we gotta pay for you to see you fight somebody. Like, in comparison,
people pay. I think he's like Tyson. You think he like?
No.
The mini version. Because remember, Tyson didn't fight nobody he fought everybody at the end of his career. Like,
well, you can't say that. This is why you can't say that, Troy, because he's jumped into divisions and jumped around fighters. Tyson couldn't jump around fighters. He was in the heavyweight division. He's a 5'10" heavyweight. He had to fight guys. Tank Davis jumping around 30 to 35 to move away from.
But he 5'5" though, ain't he?
Hold on, Troy.
So it's equivalent to that.
Troy, hold on, Troy. He jumped around. He still ain't fight Lomachenko. That dude was around this area. He still ain't fought Devin Haney. Ain't fought Teofimo Lopez. Ain't fought Shakur Stevenson. Tell me who he's fought that you thought that could beat him.
They're on the other side of the street, ain't
No, I'm asking you a question. Answer the regular question I asked.
I understand you. I want him to fight Loma. I think he could beat pretty much everybody.
No,
but he ain't getting in the ring with him. I agree with getting in the ring
with him.
But I give him a chance. But I I want those fights to happen too. But I just don't know if he got to sign with Bar Aaron. You think he's gonna sign with him?
I'm not doing political politics, bro.
Right.
Either they fight dudes or they not gonna fight, and then I'm not gonna watch it, Troy.
I'm not
gonna pay.
I'm a debunk.
You can't become a billionaire off of my back by fighting Jose Luis Rodriguez the third every week.
I mean, everybody fighting Pedroza now.
Hold on.
Teofimo Lopez about to fight Pedroza.
Stop, Troy. Stay with one line of thought. He can't go fight Jose Luis Rodriguez, Bam Bam the third, the dude that I just got through delivering food to, next week
names are
tell
overrated
me
to me.
that it's on pay-per-view.
Names are, because look at this. Bam had his toughest fight with a guy that lost 4 times, and he beat the actual legit champion. He beat
They
2
gonna rob
champions
you,
in a row.
Troy. Troy, you a sucker.
Names
They
are
gonna rob
overrated
you.
to me.
You gonna
Because
let them
Floyd's
rob
toughest
you.
fight was against Emmanuel Bertis, Jesus Chavez, Madonna Castillo. All them, that wasn't his best win, but those wasn't his best wins. You get what I'm saying? Names could be overrated.
Jesus Chavez was on regular HBO, sir.
And cause think about it. Cause look at Bam last night. That was his toughest fight, and that wasn't his best wins. So styles make fights, I think.
Troy, you're losing the train of thought. Listen, if you're a pay-per-view fighter, you gotta fight guys that are worth seeing you fight, that we think they can beat you.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't
pretty much everybody resume is
let me ask
at
you
lightweight. They
Slow
only
down.
beat at least 2 or 3 good names.
Troy, let me ask you
at lightweight.
Troy, let me ask you this. Did you just not watch a fighter give you your money's worth when he fought the same fighter 3 times? He lost 2 of the fights and had a draw in 1 fight.
Mm-hmm. I think it was a good fight. I think GEG was on he was better defensively. He was moving clockwise.
I'm talking about Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Did they give you your money's worth, Troy?
Yes.
And you feel like you should get your money back for any tank fight that you ever paid for? Because if you pay for one, you should get your money back.
But people don't know a lot of the names that Wilder fought. But that don't mean that he was fighting bombs, though.
Why did you just move it to they don't know the name? I said Tyson Fury, brother. What are you talking about?
I understand that, but that you could see.
That was the pay-per-view fights, brother.
Taverns. So that's not that many wins.
Tavern
like everybody in boxing only have like 2 or 3 wins.
Was on regular TV, sir.
I've been watching him since 2015 when he fought what's that guy? He fought at Alabama. He the only guy that he didn't just put down. He stopped him, but he didn't put him down. I forgot his name.
The white boy.
Maybe he was good. He was a tough, good fighter. Yeah. But I always say that
Hergovich, no, not Hergovich, something like that.
It don't matter who it was. He got beat. But look, man, this is it, man.
But I was just saying that names are overrated. Like we say, for example, like it's been names that's been big that's been overrated by the media, in my opinion. And it's fighters that don't have a big name. That's like Jerome Hernandez was a good fighter. He beat Adonis Nelson. He beat Jorge Paz. He beat 6 world champions. He should be. To me, his resume is just as good as GEG. But one guy is hyped up and one guy not. He should be a Hall of Famer. He had 12 title defense.
We understand that, but
that was
we're talking about today's
first.
You flipping between yesterday's and today's
world title fight, and he paid for his funeral after the because he said.
How
did you get to that, Troy?
We in a whole new football game.
Bro. You in Tecmo Bowl.
But you get what I was saying. That people always hype up names and stuff. But I was just saying that he fought a lot of good names. Okay. But look, because I was just saying, the Bam fight, that was Bam's toughest fight, and he beat 2 basically Hall of Famers at that the small division.
Troy, you said people are ragging on.
Y'all get what I'm saying, Round Table?
No, we don't get what you're saying.
Because he lost. Because the guy lost 4 times, and I think Bam struggled with that.
Troy, can I ask you something?
People say that he lost. A lot of people say he lost that.
Damn, Troy, can you hear? Troy, you said that people are ragging on Gervonta Davis about who he's fighting. Now I'm asking you, who would you pay to see him fight? Because I know some people that I would pay to see him fight.
About Ryan. But no, it's about the casual fans. It's about what they don't really care who they fight.
I didn't ask you about them. I asked about you.
I would want to see him fight T.O. and all them and Lomo. But we talking about like who the casual fans want to see.
No, just answer the question. Just answer his question.
Damn, brother. You are.
No, that was my point. My point was who the
it's not your point. It's not your point.
You're a diehard like us.
No, I want to see him face Lomo. I said that. I said in the past show I want to see him fight Lomo. Lomo, T.O.
Now let me ask you this then, Troy. So if you would pay to see him fight them, why would you pay to see him fight Jose Luis Lopez III too? If you're gonna pay for that,
I wouldn't pay that, but if somebody gonna pay it, I mean, look at Rolly. Rolly.
You bought that shit.
He sells the fight. That's what people like.
You bought the Rolly fight?
Mm-hmm. So no, Peter McNeely versus Tyson. Peter McNeely versus Tyson did 1 million pay-per-views. Did y'all want to see that? No, we just wanted to see Tyson. We paid the big fighters, the pay-per-view fighters. We paid to see. You paid to see Floyd. You paid to see Tyson. You paid to see Ali. We don't care who they faced. That's just be real. People, icon, a lot of people didn't care who they faced.
You don't know the
because most of them like
Mike Tyson had.
I'm not talking about the diehard fans. I'm talking about the regular fans.
Tank ain't Tyson though.
He's nowhere close.
I understand that, but why did people pay to see Peter McNeely?
Because Mike Tyson, brother.
A million.
Mike Tyson is the most popular heavyweight after Muhammad Ali in history right now.
Yeah. I gotta give it to Haney though, man. That dude, he really wanted, he really want to make a name for himself, man.
He's the only one out here talking, and the other ones is mutes.
And he really doing it though. Like Haney, like, man, I'm gonna take that.
Look, he's very good for PR because he can speak.
Yeah.
Tank Davis is like a fucking mute, bro. He can't speak, but he can punch. And if he do talk, Floyd gonna jump in front of him and say, nah, hold on. You know what it is. It's money team.
Do you see Haney as a 5-division champ? Do you see him as 5-division champ?
He got a possibility.
5 divisions.
I don't.
47.
But he started at 135.
I say 3. I say 3.
Yeah.
At 147. So can he beat?
He can get to 154. He can go what he got? Did he? What did Haney start at? 135.
35, 40, 40.
Do y'all think he can beat Spencer Crawford?
Not right now, hell no.
No,
he ain't
not.
gonna
I know, but anytime.
He's not gonna ever fight them.
He's never gonna.
I understand that, but do you think he could hypothetically if they would ever fought? Do you think he'll get stopped? I think he'll get stopped.
If he meet them on his way up as he's ascending and they're descending, then yeah, he got a good shot, and they'll be old and he'll be still in his prime. But that won't happen.
Yeah, he's not fighting him.
That won't happen.
Yeah, he's not even gonna make it to see a guy like Boots. Boots will be too big.
4-division, he got to become because a lot of fighters are 4-division champ, but rarely it's.
But he already solidified his legacy already for doing what he did. Like
at 35, yeah, he's straight.
Yeah, and I'm gonna debunk that narrative of on the other side of the street bullshit. Oh, you on the other side? Man, that's bullshit, man. That's just an excuse.
I ain't
no
lying. I don't like that. But I ain't no lie. I'm scared for him for Lomo though. I think, man,
Devin Haney for Lomo.
He ain't just gonna beat him with a jab. He gonna have to do more.
You
he
crazy,
gonna have to bend down. He gonna have to dig deep person. Cause that Cambosa was hitting him, but I know Lomo gonna hit him. Diaz, Jojo Diaz is hitting
man.
him. Everybody
gets hit. He unanimously whooped Cambosa ass, and he about to do it again. Lomo ain't.
I'm talking about. You heard about that guy? He said that Lomo gonna stop him. It was some black guy. I forgot. I was like, what? What y'all think about that? He said Lomo gonna stop Haney. He said because he throw a lazy jab and all.
Close fight.
Not gonna happen though. He gonna get beat like Cambosos. He gonna make it a little bit more interesting, but he ain't nothing special, man. Lomo is he's just a white boy on steroids. Not saying literal steroids, but like figuratively, he just show you some flash that, oh man, that look good for a white boy. You know, that's just what it is.
Hell no.
I never thought. I'm gonna be honest. I never thought Lomo was that special.
You ain't gotta be.
I think he's special. I think he's good.
World champion.
Hey Fred, do you think
he was granted opportunities that a lot of other people wasn't granted? And
I'm talking about the results. He's a 3-division champion.
And he showed he got beat by what was that boy name in Mexico? Salida. And he got his ass whooped by Tio. Man, he's not that special. He's not that special. Believe me.
Well, we get our answer in the spring. And
do you think he'll beat Haney? Hey,
hell no.
I'm asking Barbershop. Do you think he'll beat Haney?
I think it's close. Right now, I have Loma like 52-48.
Really, Fred?
Yeah. And I'll tell you why.
Them angles, yeah.
All right, Freddie. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Reason why I say it it's I got to see Devin fight what's the guy's name? Kambosos. He knows what Kambosos is going to do. Does he go for the kill, or is his mind still trapped in I only know how to win fights. You know what I mean? So we gonna find out. Kambosos is gonna tell us like how his mindset is when he's in the ring.
Freddie, we had this conversation about Kambosos and Haney. What did I tell you was gonna happen in the first fight?
We're not talking about the first fight. I don't.
Okay, hold on. Well, I'm just saying. What did I say was gonna happen?
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure we both said he's gonna win 11 rounds or whatever.
No, I told you just like look. Now we on air saying it.
I don't remember.
All right, all right. Well, let me refresh your memory. You didn't think Haney was gonna win that fight?
Yes, I did. I picked him. I bet him.
Go look at your look. Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Go look at our conversation.
I bet. No,
you don't remember, but go look at our conversation.
I bet him that fight. I bet Haney.
Show me that, because from what our conversation said, you didn't think the brother was gonna win.
Hell no.
Just go look at our conversation.
Hell
no.
No.
Go look at our conversation on Instagram.
No, not in a million years.
Go look at our conversation on Instagram.
No, you're wrong. No, Google it. You look it up. I'm telling you, I never thought.
I told you he was going. I got it posted on my damn. It was posted on my story.
I posted it on my stories.
I told you he was going to unanimously whoop the boy ass, and you thought, nah, he can't do that to Kambosos. Kambosos a grown man. He's still a kid.
I knew.
That's what you told me.
No, I picked him.
Oh, well, go look at our conversation. This is timestamp. This is timestamp. He gonna whoop Kambosos ass again, and then he gonna whoop Lomo ass if they fight.
I don't think. See. I know he's gonna beat Kambosos.
I don't see how you get Lomo the edge. What?
Because I can't. Because I can. And
from a pragmatic standpoint, you can.
Can
Pragmatic Freddy do that? Can Pragmatic Freddy do that? Because Pragmatic Freddy ain't gonna do that.
I'm giving you the answer. I'm giving you my answer. I'm not backing down on my answer. I have Loma like 52-48, 53-47. I have it a close fight.
I got Haney 70-30.
Well, you can have him. Just like
he gonna wash that nigga.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell everybody what Haney just did. Understand this. That was a defining and pivotal moment in his life. Fuck his career. I'm talking about his life as a developing young man. He just proving to the world and everybody else. He proved to himself that he's a champion by doing what he did. He said, I'm gonna go over here and take the short end of the stick, both fights, and whoop your ass unanimously. You know how much confidence that kid about to build off of that? That young man, he not even a kid no more. He just proved something to himself. You know what happens to men when we prove stuff to ourselves? And he gonna skyrocket off of that, man. You hear what I'm saying? He just proved to himself. You know what kind of confidence he about to get off? Man, come on, man. Them dudes is in trouble, man. They let that dude go against all the odds and just knock him down, just decimate him. And he almost untouchable, man.
No, I
Do you think he got it?
Go ahead, Freddie. What you gonna say, Freddie? I want to hear what Freddie gonna say. Hold on, Troy. Go ahead.
No, I respect that, to go to another man's house and
come on, man,
and beat him. But I'm saying this: if he goes in there with the same game plan,
he gonna whoop his ass.
Let me talk. If he goes in there with the same game plan and does exactly what he does, Haney doesn't have a killer instinct. And that's what that's what we got, and that's what I'm watching for. Does he have a killer instinct? He knows how Kambosos is going to fight. He knows who he is. Is a fighter don't I mean, ain't no motherfucking superheroes. You don't put on the motherfucking cape and change who you are. Devin's gonna have opportunities to stop him. And if he doesn't go in there with that mindset, just box and win, and not pick spots in the fight where, and it's not to please the fans. It's just in the 13th round fighting a guy, there's going to be moments where you have an opportunity to hurt the guy. And if he doesn't, if he just goes in there and dominates him with the jab and the spotty right hand, then I look at Devin like, does he have a killer instinct? And if you don't have a killer instinct, then that means you're going to fight the big fights like that. You don't have a gear shift.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying, but I think he about to turn. If need be, he gonna be able to find that and dig that up out of him if need be. I believe it's there.
Fuck need be. He's in control. It's not a matter of need be. He's dictating.
So how you think he gonna do if he fight a Madonna type fighter? He fight a Castillo.
I don't want to talk about the Madonna. I don't want to talk about no what ifs right now.
I'm just saying that if he fight a fighter like that with a pressure
that's where he gonna find out. I got that killer instinct. If anybody ever doubted it, I believe so.
Devin, I think you said Devin was going to stop him, and I said no way Devin's going to stop him.
I said now you remembering. I said
no, I don't.
Hold on. I said he gonna unanimously whoop his ass, but I said I got a gut feeling he gonna stop this boy. That's how good of an ass whooping he gonna put on him, and he put a unanimous ass whooping on him, and he could have gotten a stoppage, but I don't think he wanted to. Whether or not he was able to do it or not, I just don't personally believe that he wanted to take risk unnecessarily when he had it in the bag. And
that's what I'm saying.
But he didn't. If need be, he gonna find that dog in him because it's there. All I'm saying off of doing what he just did, proving to himself of just the caliber of a man that he is, he about to catapult off of that. He about to descend off of that, man.
Well, the good thing.
Devin Haney different, man. Devin Haney different.
Yeah. He has to
prove think he can fight on the inside.
He's highly skilled. He's a very intelligent, highly skilled fighter.
Shit, what else you want from a fighter?
No, but you saying different. He hasn't proved to be different yet in the ring. To me, he hasn't proved to be different.
He fights like Laura.
Okay, Freddie. What I tell you when I first? I'm gonna tell you what I say first. What I tell you when I first saw him train.
I can't remember. But
when we walked in the gym in Vegas, what did I tell you about him?
Shit. He's big.
I said this kid is special.
Oh, you said special. Okay.
I said this kid is special. He different.
Well,
I seen that when I first saw him train. I said
I'm not doubting that. I want all of that to be true. But
it ain't whether you want it to be true. It is true.
Oh no, you got to show it. He is
showing. He's undisputed at 135.
No, I understand all of that.
He's the cream of the class.
No, I'm not disagreeing with his accomplishments. I'm not debating his accomplishments. If Devin, I'm being repetitive. I'm not going to repeat what I just said. Devin got to go in there and stomp this dude out. Period.
He is. I'm telling you right here on air. On September 18, 9:21 p.m. Devin Haney gonna run through Cambosos again, and then he gonna run through Lomachenko if he fight him.
I'm parlaying him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a 3-fight parlay. I'm gonna do Clarissa, Haney, and Wilder.
That's a great parlay.
And I don't even do parlays. And I don't even do parlay, but I'm gonna do them.
That's a safe one though, and it's gonna yield you 200%.
No, it won't, because Wilder's gonna be 13-1. That's why I'm parlaying it.
Clarissa is gonna be even.
Clarissa might be even. Devin's gonna be 15-1 too. So 13-1. So you know what I mean? So it ain't.
You're gonna get 1.5 to 1, 2 to 1.
Well,
somebody said Haney is Paulie Malignaggi.
No, he's more skilled.
He's way better than him.
Oh, no, Paulie. No, we gotta give Paulie credit. I know we don't like him.
Yeah, Paulie was solid. Yeah,
Paulie was a hell of a boxer, dog.
Not have no physical tools, he was a good boxer.
He had physical tools, didn't have power.
Yeah, Paulie Malignaggi was good, but he wasn't no Devin good, though. He wasn't no Devin good, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So who y'all comparing to? Who y'all comparing to?
So
Like,
Devin Haney.
Devin.
I said Laura, but somebody said, somebody said Laura way better in the comments. I ain't saying that, but somebody in the comments.
Yeah, Laura's better than him at that age. But Devin does. Devin has a high ceiling though. Devin has a ceiling.
Of course.
I'm telling you, if Devin, listen to me. If Devin has a killer instinct, his ceiling, I don't know if he has a ceiling. I'm being honest. Like, he's a good fighter, highly skilled, but you got to stomp these guys out. Like, you just can't be.
I agree with that.
You got to stomp this guy out.
But for where he at in his career and
amazing
and how he's developing, and I can't find no knock on the brother, man. I'm not gonna, because that's gonna come. And okay, what did I tell you about his power though? I told you something about his power. He gonna get his knockout power at 147. It's not gonna happen right now. It's not gonna even happen at 140. His knockout power is gonna come at 147. You know why? Because he's not gonna be draining his body, cutting into his muscle fibers. He's gonna get his knockout power at 147. Mark my word. Then God's gonna start saying he on drugs. How's he hitting that hard? No, it's natural mechanics of the body development. That's what's gonna happen.
I see.
He's squeezing into 135 when he really his body is begging 147. Trust me.
I get all of that, and
that's what I'm worried about too. I'm worried
about what?
Because he might be draining himself.
He is draining himself, but he's young enough to be able to do it. But it ain't gonna last too much longer without some lasting effects. He gonna have to move up soon because he's not a 135 guy no more. His body is screaming 147.
And I think that's what happened to Tio, because he was suffocating he was trying to get down there and he was overworking himself. I think that was true with that long stuff. But I think he lost. He got in the ring because he was trying to get himself down to that weight, and I guess that's what he overworked himself. So, but he ain't look good at 140. Like he was hitting that guy with everything he couldn't knock. Man, when he and now they trying to move him around at 140. So I already said this about T.O., man. I said T.O. is a solid fighter though. But let's see. But Ryan Garcia, how y'all think Ryan Garcia versus Haney? Somebody told me he gonna stop Haney.
I don't know. That's I don't give a fuck about that fight. Because it's so far down the line.
Do you think his chin can hold up? They say that people saying his chin is messed up. I'm not saying it. I'm just.
I mean, I want to answer before I answer that. I want to go back to
because they say he got wobbled by
And I want to make. I know. Let me make this point. He said that. See, you talk about strength, but it's the mindset of the fighter.
Of course.
You can do all that. You can be the strongest guy in the world. But if you have a defensive mindset when you get in the ring and you can't step forward and be an offensive fighter, then that's going to be your hindrance to getting to the next level. And I don't know too many fighters that can beat Devin Haney for the duration of their career. The closest one I could think of is Pernell, and he lost 3 or 4 times, So
but watch this though. Mm-hmm. See, again, when he need to pull out those tools out of the armory bag, he's gonna have it there at his disposal. Watch this. When need be though, that need will be great at 147. That's where he'll hone those skills at being able to spin.
That's 5 years from now, man. We ain't worried about that. We talking about now, man.
Okay, listen. He don't have to use that now.
He should have used it against Cambosis.
Listen, he can beat those. He can beat the guys that he's had in front of him. He's been able to dispose of him, being great at what he does, doing what he's great at, doing and imposing his will, doing what he's great at. He's been able to dispose of those guys quite easily. And all the people that saying, "Oh, he ain't got no chin," man. Again, I'm a question. Have y'all ever been cracked in the jaw by somebody that can punch? Like, and this is what fighting is about. Like, everybody gets hit, everybody gets hurt. Like, I'm again, I respect the art, man. I'm not looking for a guy to be flawless, a guy not to get hit, a guy not to get hurt. It happens. Everybody gets hurt. Everybody gets hit. So what he got cracked by what was the guy name the fight we went to, Freddie? What was his name?
But I am worried about him though. Cause like it took him a long time to recover. Like that's what worried me.
A long time to recover.
I'm a Haney fan too.
So. Jacks today. He got 59.
It didn't take him a long time to recover.
Cause they said that like, cause I saw the fight, I was like, man, I thought he was gonna get knocked out. Like he said that in the interview, he was like he never been hit like with a good punch like that before. So he took him a while to process that. So that's what he went through. Maybe he could take a punch.
Anybody that's at that level can take a punch. You think they ain't been rocked in the gym? You think they ain't went home and said, I don't think boxing is for me? Everybody at that level didn't experience that.
Yeah. But cause the other guy, it's another. What's that Puerto Rican fighter that always get knocked out? The one that Floyd signed. Remember? I forgot his name. Vargas. Jose Vargas. Well, man, his chin is just, man. I feel bad for him though. I follow him on Instagram and stuff. He be talking about hanging out with girls and all that, going to Puerto Rico.
It's harder in the game. That's why he getting knocked out. Yeah. He ain't getting stone cold knocked out. He just getting stopped by just a decline in his will. That's all it is. It ain't him. When your heart ain't in the game, you ain't gonna take no punishment that's necessary to go through the fire.
And I think he's too big.
Jalen Love, you talking about?
No, I'm talking about Jesus Vargas.
Oh yeah,
the guy that got knocked out by Zapata.
Yeah, but he left. He went to Top Rank after that. But what's up, Charles?
Yeah. Well, what's up? What's going on, family? Let me just make a quick comment, Greg, before you throw me out of here. Let me just say this, Greg, because I gotta get it out, player. Let me tell you something, player. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done with it because I don't have a damn enough. Let me tell you something. I don't know why people keep running their damn mouth talking about we want to fight Tank, we want to fight Deontay Wilder. I come to warn you like a prescription on the back of a bottle. Leave those two guys alone. They finna start killing folks soon. Stay away from Deontay Wilder, stay away from Tank Davis, please stay away from him. And Joshua, Lord have mercy. I've been praying for him because I didn't know whether he was going to start crying or lay down in the floor. But then he did something most stupid. He signed a contract with Tyson Fury. And guess what? He's going to get his ass whooped. I don't know why Joshua did this. You need to go back, take a little time, man, spend a little time with your family, step together, and then come back to the ring. But I know why you did it. Whoop my ass, give me my cash. And I don't blame you. Because if it was me, I'd be getting my ass whooped right now for that money. So he needs to go ahead and cash out, Fred. He needs to go ahead and get on out and cash out. Now, let me make people mad in my clothes. I know who you're going for, Fred, and I appreciate you because you're the best in the business. In fact, Fred, I don't know what the hell is wrong with people thinking they know boxing. But they clearly know on this show, there's only one man that knows boxing, and that's you.
Tell him.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this thing close. I'm going to make a whole lot of folks mad. Earl Spence is the best welterweight in the world. In fact, he's almost perfect. And that's the problem. When he get in that ring with Crawford, he's going to find out that Crawford is a dog. He's going to find out it's a fight. And it might go to the death. Now, if you ask me who's going to win, I pick Crawford. But if you ask me the real truth, I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a draw, and everybody going to lose their money. So I suggest you go in there and put your money down for the draw where you won't lose it. And that's all I got to say, Fred. And keep going, Fred. You're the best in the world, baby.
Appreciate it. You better tell him. You better tell him, dog. Appreciate you, Charles. Yeah, man. It's somebody just sent me something. Do Devin Haney have natural punching power?
No. Not natural punching power.
And that's what worried me, man. That's what worried me.
You think it'll be manufactured?
it's developed through skill and technique.
I think he has all the skill and technique he's gonna get. In terms of the skill set, being able to implement it in the fight. You get, I shouldn't say that's all the skills, because that I mean, he's gonna get better and better and better and better and better. I'm just saying being able to implement it. And I think there's a different mindset when you're not a knockout guy. Earl Spence is not a knockout guy. Terrence Crawford is not a one-punch knockout guy. They know how to invest.
Yeah.
I don't think Devin fully understands that. He's a behind the jab guy, you know.
You're
and that's
right.
fine. And that's fine.
I'm gonna tell you something too.
Mhm.
Another thing you got to take in consideration. In order to be even a guy that possesses natural knockout power, like that narcotic knockout power, he has to be willing to take risks to put himself in a position to land those kind of punches, right?
Right.
You got to understand, Devin Haney was trained by his father. Why is this important when assessing and analyzing his mindset? I'm gonna tell you why. It's important because his father taught him, and you can see his father taught him how to be able to impose his will without having to take those risks to get himself hurt. Because his father is like, this is my son in the ring. I don't want my son to get hurt. So his career has been governed in such a way to keep him protected from those dangers that come with running the risk of being a knockout artist. It's like that with most father and son, you know, combinations when it comes to training and fighting. Not too many father-son combinations have resulted in you having a type of guy who take those kind of risks. Because when it's your son in there, man, you looking at it like, son, you good at this. Let's get this money and let's get out unscathed so you can be able to live your life and enjoy your faculties, man. I get that. But you got to understand too, this man invested so much time in that ring and in this game. Believe me, the dog that you talking about, it's in his heart. He just ain't never had to get him. Nobody ain't never took him to the point where he had to bring that motherfucker out. But believe me, that dog is there. It's there with any fighter of that caliber at that level. But I will say this: his mentality is hit and not get hit.
That's what I'm saying.
I get that. That is his mentality. And in order to be a knockout kind of guy, you got to be willing to get dirty. You got to be willing to get hurt. You got to be willing to be the blue collar work.
Take the risk, yeah.
You got to be that guy. And I know for a fact Devin Haney is not that guy as he would need to be against some of those guys. But when he get to 47, though, if he want to be the champion that I believe he's destined to be, he's gonna find it. He's gonna make sure that he finds it, because that's the only way he's gonna be able to survive. And that power that we looking for gonna come out. Believe me.
I don't know if he's ever gonna have that power that you speak of, because there's a mindset. You got to understand. Like I believe he's going to be good and all of that, 100%. But
how you think his career gonna pan out? Like, what do you think like he gonna do?
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer. I think Devin's a Hall of Famer. No doubt. I think he's a Hall of Famer. But I'm just saying that he may already be a Hall of Fame. I think he gets his hand casted because he's undisputed. You know, the point I'm making is we will never see that power because of his mindset, and because of that mindset, he may not ever step forward when he punches. Like, he doesn't throw in combinations. He's a jab and stab guy. He's a jab, stab, grab guy, you know, and that works for him. And that's a skill too. And that's a skill too. But I don't see the power that you speak of
I'm not saying he don't have that one. I don't think he ever gonna have that one punch. That's not who he is.
Changing the narrative on him. I didn't say one punch power. I don't think he will be that dominant guy where he will just stop guys in the 9th round.
It's gonna be similar to what Floyd was.
Hell, no.
Just listen.
Come on.
Hold on. When Floyd moved up to 147, his style changed drastically.
No, man. Come on, man. Like, no.
Oh, just hold on. His style changed.
Had more power at 130 though.
No, he didn't. Look, his style changed drastically. Why? Because he had to sit down and fight guys. Mm-hmm. But watch this. People say Floyd didn't have power, but nobody was running through him, no. Nobody couldn't run through him. You know why? Because he was hitting guys with shots to make them think like, damn, if I don't come in here with the mindset that I got something that I got to come through, this dude gonna catch me with something and gonna hurt me.
I know. We talking about Devin. And
it's gonna be the same thing when he move up to 147.
But that's when I'm worried, because usually you start off with power, and then when you go out and weight, you lose it because you're facing bigger guys. Like, that's why I'm worried about when he faced Ryan or Tank. It's like, will they run through him? Like, will they like just straight run through him? Like, that's what I'm worried about.
I don't think so.
Especially against Ryan, because Ryan can hit. So, and one punch from Ryan, like, because he faster than Campbell, not Campbell, but Linares. It's like, that's what got me worried, man. Like he is, like, for example, like, you got tough guys like GG is a tough. That nigga he ain't even had no skills. Yes, he had skills, but he ain't need to have no skills.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like he could just walk through guys. Yeah,
and that's what seek and destroy. That seek and destroy mindset. Devin doesn't have that. He should have did that to for example, the first Mexican guy, the fight we went to, Linares.
Yeah.
He should have broke Linares down to the point where he couldn't land that right hand on him in the second half of the fight. He would have been so defensive minded, but Devin is an athletic fighter who fights with a lot of athleticism, high IQ, and fights behind a jab. He never steps forward. He never take forward steps in the fight in terms of to dominate. He steps forward because it's part of his IQ.
It's convenient, right? Yeah.
But I don't listen. If Devin goes 12 rounds with this guy, I'm gonna have the same mind. No, I can't even compare because Canelo has stopped some people. But I'm gonna not be disappointed because he got the win. But it's gonna be like, I don't know, because Kambosos is a gift. This is like, holy shit. This is Kambosos' second fight is like a windfall. I didn't even know my grandmother. She left me $2 million. Damn. He gets Kambosos again. This is a windfall. He got to go in there with the mindset of, I gotta know how to break this guy down. I have to know. It's not a matter of risk. I know Kambosos. I know what he does. Every time,
look at Roy Jones.
Every time his jab falls short, overhand right, go over his jab with the right hand, pivot. Yeah. Like he doesn't engage like that, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely nothing wrong. But if you don't dispose of him, and that mental and physical and foot pressure that Lomachenko is gonna put on you, with just a jab, what's called is gonna fake the jab out of him and throw the straight left. You know, like it's gonna be so many tricks that Lomachenko is gonna be able to do. He gonna spin him till he gets frustrated, and then he's gonna want to hold and Kambosos. I mean, Loma gonna come out the hold and combination him and turn him and pivot, land the left hand, and all these type of tricks that we've seen Lomachenko have the capability of doing.
I think Devin is gonna be the ring general that he's always been, and he's gonna be able to decrease that punch count.
It might be like Roy Jones versus Hopkins.
No, you're not decreasing.
Like Hopkins was a better boxer than Roy Jones, but Roy Jones went through him, walked through him because he just was so athletic and he was so powerful. Like that, you think it's gonna be something like that? Cause like if you face somebody like hand speed, power, and all that angles, it might be similar to the Hopkins.
Mayweather fought guys like that, but he always brought down their punch output.
But you're talking about a one in the history of boxing fighter. There is no Floyd Mayweather. There is no comparisons to Floyd Mayweather in this era. There is none. There's none.
I would say Devin Haney has implemented a lot of things that Mayweather did good. He's not as good as Mayweather was with it, but he's a ring general. He's for sure a ring general.
Haney has never been a consistent combination puncher. Floyd Mayweather will put 3 and 4s on you. Devin doesn't do that. He's a defensive-minded fighter.
I agree with that.
And that's who he is. But if you don't dispose of Kambosos or dominate this guy, have this guy stumbling to the 12th round, you got to look back and see, like, how is he going to do against Lomachenko? Because Lomachenko's with the pressure.
I believe a lot of that is coaching. You know, he needs to possibly implement some, different coaching into his training regime. Mm-hmm. And learn some new things and really hone in on them skills, because he gonna need some more layers. I agree with that.
Fury did.
Yeah. No. It's necessary when you assessing, the field, your competitive field. Like you have to know that I need X, Y, and Z to beat these guys. Like, when you train, you don't necessarily just train to fight. You train to beat the best guys. Like you supposed to have a goal to say,
right,
hey, he's the champion. Like when I used to work with Sins, I used to always tell him, look, man, you're a hell of a fighter, man. You're a skilled guy. But I said, look, man, you got to start training and start fighting in such a way to be able to beat the guys who have the belts. Because what are you doing this for? Mm-hmm. Like, you already know you got a mark on your back. You got a bullseye on your back. And hey, look, I'm the champ written right on your forehead. Everybody coming after you. So you got to be able to train in such a way you beat those guys. You beat the top of the top. And if you know that you're not currently getting that in your camp, then y'all need to implant some guys who can implement that into the training regime and that are experts at that. And that's not taking nothing away from his current training team, but it's also levels to this, and don't everybody know everything.
I don't know if it's too late for him, but he's been fighting for that for 15 years. So that's what I'm saying.
It's never too late, because he's still young and he's a student of the game. It's never too late.
Yeah, the horse ranch gloves, he got to try to do something. Wear some puncher's glove where he can just get, or train at the gym, like Crunk Gym.
Yeah,
he got to try to gain something, more power or something.
I mean, he's gonna win fights. I don't doubt one bit he's gonna be a 40-50 win fighter. Was he 27-0 something already? Yeah, he's gonna be a 50 win fighter and he's gonna be fine. But in terms of being who he wants to be, you got to implement that seek and destroy. Like Floyd, Earl could have went 12 rounds with Ugas, but he said, "I'm breaking this guy down. Yeah. I'm gonna get him in the 9th round, whatever round he got. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him."
What?
Who you think he fight like Brad, like all time?
Who?
Like, what's his style similar to Haney?
I don't know, because he relies on his athleticism. Like he slips a lot of punches and he expends a lot of energy by
Larry Holmes used the jab a lot too.
I mean, Larry Holmes is different, man.
I understand that.
Man, Larry Holmes will knock you out with a jab. It's a different mindset. But he's a heavyweight too. It's a different mindset. But
it's like I ain't never seen nobody that throw the jab as often as him. Like as Haney do today. Like it's not how many fighters throw the jab like that. Like,
I think that's great. That's a great thing.
Because Larry Holmes was speaking about that. He was speaking about. He said no fighter today throw the jab. But I say Haney does.
We rarely even see Devin throw a 1-2. That's his mindset. That's his mindset. He don't come down the pipe like Wilder. In the 7th round, he should be throwing 1-2s all the time. 1-2s. Roll out of it. Roll on your right hand. Roll on your right hand. Like that should be who he is, but he throws the jab, rolls. He does that half guard, semi roll. What do you call it? The shoulder? What's it called? The Floyd shit. You know, he does that shit. But I'm telling you, man, that pop shotting, that shit don't work, man. When you get to the these guys that really believe in their power, man, that pop shot and shit, nah. That you can win the fights, but you're gonna have to go through hell to win those fights. And
that's what I'm worried about. Yeah.
And I think like guys like Teofimo Lopez at a higher weight, and Tio is there before him.
Because he throw a whole bunch of punches, yeah. And he gonna have to keep them off, yeah.
Is
and
an offensive-minded fighter.
Yeah.
See, if I'm fighting Devin,
he got to work. Like he got to make him like Tio gonna make him work, yeah.
I don't know
and
if Tio gonna make him
like 1 or 2 punches at a time.
But,
so you got to.
But Tio knows nothing is coming after the jab.
But Kambosos thought the same thing though.
Kambosos is not on his level. Like I said, Kambosos.
But everybody thought he was though. Everybody thought Devin Haney was gonna lose that fight.
No, they didn't. No, they did. No one in America thought Haney was gonna lose.
Haney's like Laura, like I said.
No one in this chat thought Devin was gonna lose this fight. No one. I remember everybody like, oh, this shit is easy. Yeah, well, he too little. His reach is too short. Like, but so what I'm saying is, I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, it's just no way. Like oh, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez know that Devin just throws a jab, and then he jab. He's very
Isaac Cruz.
So I'm gonna step in on his jab.
I don't know where.
I'm gonna step in.
I don't know why.
You think he beat Isaac Cruz? If Isaac Cruz come fight, he fights in relentless.
That would be his worst matchup, like an Isaac Cruz.
It would.
Yeah, but that would never happen. Who gives a fuck about that?
Yeah, because he throw a whole bunch of punches and
it's just the pressure.
But I think he could get it done though.
Let me ask this. Why when a guy ascends to a certain level, the critics and the haters like to 1,000? I don't get it.
This ain't hate. This is criticism. Why we can't have a constructive conversation? This ain't.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying you necessarily
it's only
hating, but I'm looking at the comment section, and it's not. This goes past even this circle of people that we couple of hundred people that's having this conversation and looking in and whatever. It's just, man, I take the brother for what he's done, man, and he's done nothing short of greatness. You know what I mean? Like, what more do y'all want to see? Like, you know, what more do people really want to see? Like, has he not done what he has supposed to do?
Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree.
Like, why can't we just
I'm cheering for him.
He's done what he's supposed to do.
Come on, like I got it, man. He's still a young man, dude. What is he? Not even 25 yet.
24, I think. 23.
Man, he's a fucking young man.
He's under 25. He's under 25.
Man, at 25, he gonna hit another. He gonna have an epiphany at 25. That's gonna send him to another mental state even higher. Then when he get 30, 33, he gonna get to another place. Like, man, get his brother a chance, man.
No, I think people are giving him chances, and I think, like, I'm being honest, like,
he can't punch. He don't have a chin. Like, come on.
Well, he has a chin. He's never been knocked down. So but the point I'm making, man, round 13. If this guy goes 12 rounds with Kambosos and the fight is the same way as the last fight, he takes a step back to me. I don't know how far of a step back, but he takes a step back because Kambosos is not even on his level. Devin Haney is 2 grades better than Kambosos.
I agree.
And it's just where I'm at because like you said, you're fighting to fight the guys that have the belts or the fights your contemporaries.
Yeah, you're training to beat those guys. That's what you're training for.
Right. So you got Tank at 35, and you got Loma. Well, who fuck Tank? You got Lomachenko. Throwing one jab at a time against Lomachenko will not be enough in the second half of the fight.
Look, I'm gonna tell you one adjustment, and you right about it. It has to do with mentality.
Mm-hmm.
His mentality is not a killer, you know, because he has a flight mentality to stay safe and stay unharmed.
Mm-hmm.
But does he have the power to keep a guy off of him and make him respect him? Sure, he does.
Well, Cambosis didn't come in, so yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. See, a lot of people don't look at like detailed specifics. I'm into that, man. Like I look at ants on the ground and see which way they walk. I'm just into like I'm very detail oriented. Like that's just who I am. And it tells you a lot about a person. Like he can make one simple adjustment that's gonna get him 15-20% more power. And that's just locking into the ground. He's on his back foot, he's on his toe because he's on his toe in the front too because he's ready to step out. See, that's what he's ready to do when he punches. So he never is connected to he's never connected to the ground when he punches. That's just a small adjustment that's gonna get him, that's gonna generate
not a small adjustment. That's a mindset shift.
No, but watch this though. That adjustment helps when you see that it works. See, once you implement that into your game and you see that it works, you're gonna gain confidence in it. And when you gain confidence in it, you're gonna go right back to it. And then it's gonna become a part of you. You're gonna ingrain it into your fabric. You understand what I'm saying? This is just small little things that I see. Again, like I say, they're gonna have to implant, you know, some different coaches into as he moves up, because eventually he gonna have to face and he seems like a guy who's with
because he give you more variety.
Nah, he passed Floyd. Floyd ain't got the
But I think he's losing his like what's it called? He losing.
Well, he's too old to be. He's too old to be too involved in a training camp. He's too old for that. He don't got the energy.
Roger Mayweather would be a good trainer for him, but he passed away.
He got a 54% knockout ratio. You know,
yeah. Mike McCollum.
I don't expect it from him.
I think he should have went to Mike McCollum too, because Mike McCollum.
He is with Mike McCollum. Give your final words, Troy. Troy, give your final words. I don't know if he's with him now, but he was with him for a couple of fights.
No, they had a falling out.
Oh, I was damn. That sucks. Yeah. Well, go ahead, Troy.
But yeah, man, I like Devin Haney, but I just don't know how far his career gonna go. But I'll be rooting for him and stuff. But it's gonna be a tough fight for the Lomo fight and all them. But we'll see. I think he can get better. He's 23, and I just wait to see. I think he reminds me of Laura. Estevani Laura.
Nah, Laura had a dynamite,
but with less power. Oh, you think Laura better than him?
I think. Yeah, Laura better than him.
But with less power, I think.
Yeah.
Because he throws the 1-2 too. So.
Yeah, but Laura was a maestro, man. Laura was a maestro.
But I always worried about, because when he faces a style that throw a whole bunch of punches, his output, he got to keep up with that person. So he gonna have to be forced to throw. So, but hey, we got to see that, people.
Like the Jared Hurd fight. He had to throw. Can Devin do that? I don't know if Devin can do that. So, but we got to wait and see. Loma is slightly overrated. I would agree. He's slightly overrated, but he's still a hell of a fighter. He is not Superman. He is somewhere between Clark Kent and Superman. He's not who Bob Arum said he was to us. He's not that guy, but he's still a hell of a fighter. He's slightly overrated for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate it.
But it's be interesting here, because we see a lot of fighters that come through like when they was younger, like we thought they was gonna be the guy. But I said, what's the guy name? Forgot the guy. He got knocked out by Covenant with the braids. I thought he was gonna be good, but he ended up not being too good.
Man, give me your closing remarks, man.
A lot of people thought like
this nigga don't even listen.
I'm just close with this. But a lot of people thought Ortiz, Berto, but they actually was solid guys. They end up being solid guys. Like we always be. People could be wrong. Everybody has been wrong before about fighters. Mm-hmm. So, but I agree with y'all. From what I see, I think he is good, but I do have some questions about him. Like just like I have Tank my favorite fighter, but I do have questions about him. Like, can he hang in there with the guys?
Yeah. Appreciate
and
you.
that's what's worried me. So,
all right, man.
But anyway, thank you, man.
Thank you for coming in, man. You leveled up the energy of the show, man. Thank you, dog. Yeah, man. Like I don't think if Devin was moving forward, he wouldn't have no ceiling. Like he ain't got to knock guys out. You got to stop a few guys. Like I'm not saying Devin going there and be Deontay Wilder, but I'm gonna say this: if I think I beat Lincoln 20-0 Friday night in the backyard, shit, it's gonna be 25-0 the next time we play. Like,
yeah, you gotta set a precedence.
I know
get
it's
it.
apples and oranges, but I'm saying like it's Devin really got to step forward. He got to take that next step.
I agree.
And
I would love to see that. I would love to see that because I know what that'll do to his image, compared to the competition. Like I know what that'll how that'll mentally change the playing field, But I appreciate Devin for who he is, man.
No, I appreciate Devin for who he is, but that's not enough. That's not enough for the. At 47, he can't do this at 47.
It's proven to be enough thus far, and far more than enough. Because he look where he at. I can't discredit his accomplishments.
No, because Pernell Whitaker did it, and he lost big fights.
But watch this. What Haney hasn't showed us is more speculation than anything else.
What does that mean, speculation?
Like what he hasn't shown us is more speculation and just assumptions. Like it's neither here nor there because he's not at 47. We just having speculative conversation. Like
okay, gotcha.
It's yet to be seen, but and it's yet to be proven on either side. But what I can say is that he has a proven track record of being successful at doing what he's supposed to do to be where he at today. So given his track history, it's just like credit. Like before the bank lend you $250,000, they don't have no track history, but what you did with $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 loans, it showed them that, well, he's responsible enough to do that. His track history has shown us that, yeah, he can take care of it. So
beat Cambosis, man.
Based on what he's done, I'm gonna give the brother the benefit of the doubt because that's just who I am, and that's who I'm always gonna be. Like I don't get caught into trends. I don't get caught into like a lot of people on YouTube is just trollers and just people that's looking to just like have something bad to say about people. Like I'm not that guy. Like everybody deserve a bit of criticism where it's necessary and where it's righteous, but I'm not gonna just find something bad to say about the man just because he ain't living up to my expectations or what like how many how many people have been great at what they do? Whatever it is, they don't even have to be boxing. Be great at something before you shit on somebody else's show. You get what I'm saying?
I think people have the right to critique, man. I being disrespected is a little bit different, but I think anybody has the right to critique because
it comes with the territory.
It's their choice.
It comes with the territory, but at the same time, if you critiquing without no proper like analyzation, it's like where you basing your points from? Like where you getting your stance from? Like where you building your argument from? It's not from a place of logic sense. Like most people on YouTube don't do that. They just behind the keyboard just talking. Yeah. Like most people won't even come on the show and state their opinion in a intelligent manner. You get what I'm saying? Like they just talking. But like come on the show and show your face and critique make it intelligent, man. Like be a man about it, talk about it. Because most people just talking. That's why I say, especially when it comes to boxing, that's why fighters a lot of guys don't, that fight be like, man, you'll never understand what it is. That's why most cats don't even respond to a lot of this shit that fight, because they like, man, you don't know what it is to be a fighter. You just talking, man. Like fighters get knocked out. That's part of the game. That don't make him a bum. Everybody don't punch hard. Everybody don't have knockout power. Everybody not a natural born killer like that. some guys are skilled in this way or that way, but I just never just come out and just be like, oh man, this guy's a fraud or this guy.
I don't think no one was hating on Devin tonight.
It's not just this conversation. It's just period. It's just the whole YouTube community. Like, I get that. You get what I'm saying? I spend a lot of time on YouTube because I have a lot of time, whether I'm on the road or whatever. Like, and I've deactivated my Instagram, so I come to YouTube to find out what's going on. So I just be like, man, that's crazy. Like, people just be talking, and it's like, where are you coming from? Like, what grounds do you really have to take the stand that you're taking?
Yeah, I understand that. I just think, Herm Edwards got fired. Oh man.
To me, it's got to be hate because it's like, this man is successful. We making money. Like, why can't people be happy for that?
I think people are happy for him, but some people just don't think he's that good. And I think they have the right to say they're not.
No,
just
they have
Wilder. Right. I think people have a right to say, I don't think Wilder's that good. But
get this though, you have people that just say that just to say something different.
Sure.
Like that's just like a person arguing the laws of gravity. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, some people say the earth is flat.
See what I'm saying?
But you know what? I'm one of these guys that might think it's flat.
Well, show me the proof then.
I don't know. We don't know either way. We've never been out of orbit.
So there you have it.
Yeah, but I like
that shows you the earth is a sphere, just how we see it.
Yeah, but if the earth is a sphere, we never see the plane curving.
That's true, but we got the pictures though. You lead this you go off.
Be real. Shit may not be real. We never been out there. Who cares, man? We getting off subject, man. We should do a show if the earth is flat. Because I know we got a lot of. I don't care. I don't give a flying fuck if the earth is flat or round.
Like you said, Freddie. Like you said before, you have a responsibility as a journalist to tell the truth,
right,
and to get the story right. Like, people should have some kind of integrity when they make.
This is opinion based.
No. But listen.
The people on the platforms, yes. The people who run their platforms, yes.
Right. And a lot of times people are just given platform. Like, anybody can create a platform now, and you can become viral and have 1 million subscribers and making $100,000, $200,000 a year, and now you reputable just because of your numbers. Like, you are deemed reputable because of your numbers, not because you necessarily telling the truth. Like, I still have a sense of integrity to just be honest about certain things and not just, like, I believe in critique, constructive critique. You get what I'm saying? Not just somebody just wanting to be different or coming from a place of hate or just trying to change the narrative. I'm not into that shit. I'm not to me, that's real, like, pathetic, man. I don't even like using the word goofy because it's kind of overrated, but it is, like, it's just goofy. Like if motherfuckers say Floyd not good or Deontay Wilder not good, like, what are you talking about, man? You must don't like this dude or something. Yeah, he got things he can work on, but the man is successful at what he does.
Yeah, yeah. Devin want to get to that next level. He gonna have to.
I just want to see all those people after he fight this fight and after he fight Loma. If they fight, it look like it's gonna happen.
It's gonna be Loma.
Yeah. Okay. When he beats Loma, I want everybody to say that they was wrong. Sure. They don't even have to say I was right because I don't care about being right. Just say that you was wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to say, look, I was wrong.
I think, but that's different though. Like, picking Loma to beat Devin, that's not way out of reach. Now,
it's how like
picking Kambosos to beat Haney is out of line.
But it's being able to articulate your reasons for making such a claim. Like,
I think fans can do what they want. I'm
not taking nobody's opinion. They right to their opinion, but I respect intelligence, though, man. I don't respect just a person that just like everybody got a right to do whatever and say whatever, but don't nobody want to listen to bullshit, though. Like,
yeah, some people do want to listen to bullshit.
But you're right, but it's becoming far too common, though.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, in the life we live, yes, but I mean, this shit. I think that's what makes the comment section pretty cool, is that people can say it anonymously.
I get it. I'm not taking that away, and I'm not, necessarily. I'm not bothered by that because, again, people not gonna always align their thinking with my thinking, and I don't want to align people with my thinking. I just want to give people proper perspective, and where I'm wrong, correct me, but correct me with proper perspective because that's what I'm coming from a place of that. I don't want to just talk opinionated beliefs just because you have a right to an opinion. Like make it make sense so I can change my frame of thinking because you might be able to pull me into your way of thinking if it's sensible. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the comment section is different than the people who beam in or call in. It's different. I think the comment section, you could be whoever you want to be, and that's what makes the show cool. But getting back to Devin Haney, it's gonna be round 13, October 15th, and it's just the reality of it. Even me with Deontay Wilder, like I said, I'm gonna be watching that fight with one eye. Like I want to see what he has left. If Deontay Wilder comes down the train and we got that explosive 1-2, I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm happy. You know what I mean? But I'm curious to see the effects of training your heart out for 3 fights and the impact that it has on you over a course of 2.5 years.
Right, because just from a human standpoint, that changes you, man. Like it totally changes your makeup, man. Mentally and physically. Like,
October 15th gonna give us a lot of answers, man. If Devin's just gonna be comfortable being a boxer, man, Kambosos is tailor made for Devin Haney. There's no, there's risk and everything else. There's risk in everything that we do, but
I think you're more comfortable saying that now that he's won the first fight.
That's what everyone is. What are you talking
about? But the first fight, you wasn't so confident.
I was confident. I didn't believe he would knock him out. I think I won $1,000 on Devin Haney. That it was like
go look at the.
I'm telling you what I bet. It was like minus 175, 155 or something like that. I bet him.
Yeah,
somewhere in there. Like, so I know what I did. That was the first fight I watched in my living room. So I think you said he was going to knock him out, but I never had a doubt that Devin was going to lose. Never in a million years. I think.
Well, maybe you were just playing devil's advocate to my theory.
No. Like I didn't respond. You said Canelo's gonna stop him. Canelo ain't stopping no Triple G. It make no sense.
I thought he was though.
Yeah, you always think, but it's not happening. It's like you thought he was gonna stop in the first. It ain't happening. It's not in a mindset. It's not. Canelo's not a stoppage guy. Canelo wants to dominate, look good, be cute. You know what I mean? The guys that should be stopped, he'll stop, but he ain't no stoppage kind of guy at this point in his career. So, but yeah, you got to go back and show me those texts. I'm not going back because they're too long, but I know I never picked Kambosos. Never. Hell no. Kambosos too little and too jittery.
I'm going to log in my Instagram just to find those messages.
No, you ain't. It's no rush. I'm not going nowhere.
I'm gonna just show you, because some things was verbally said, other things we text.
I know me, and I know I was all in on Devin, so I know that I didn't pick Campbell.
No, but even like we don't agree on everything, Fred, but at least
appreciate y'all, man.
I can still see.
I see even
in our even in our disagreement.